pop this chat out. As I go to OBS and change it to studio mode. Hell yeah, it's like I know what I'm doing. Let's go to multitwitch.tv/DragonC0/ oh, you know what? I already have DragonC0 Neptunia in here. Excellent. Find everyone. Alright, now I see this guy. And if someone else wants to be restreamed, they should join the race. Like anybody. I need one more person.
I think Freeball is showing up.
Ah, that'd be great. Let's see. Okay, you're player 1.
Yeah, that's smart. I gotta add the countdown timer to mine too. That would be...
Yeah, I just thought about it, and I'm just like, this is a great idea. I know when the race is probably gonna start. Just put my channel in here for right now.
A lot of times too, if we have an empty screen, I'll just put like the game cover or something on it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna plan on doing, but you know, it's always nice to have 4 racers. Although to be fair, the last time both of the last times I cast 3 people races, they were really long and I was by myself. This one should not be the case though. I keep looking at the wrong window to figure out what this is. Okay, I did spell that right. Alright, Tunia's not playing and in the event of tragedy, and no one else watching this channel wants to race because they're too busy preempting us with a reject tourney race. Nico Jazz, I see you in chat.
So then, are you restreaming through VLC player, or are you just?
No, I always do it through multi-Twitch.
Okay, this should be fine. Then I'll watch that way, and we should be
Yeah.
on
No,
sync.
The VLC thing is more complicated than it needs to be.
I don't know. I kind of like doing it because then if I refresh things, it doesn't throw everything off.
That's true. I usually just, I mean, if I'm the one who's doing the restreaming, I usually don't have to refresh it. We are going to go find that image that I was pretending I knew where it was. Ah, that's spoilers. What is he using the website?
I mean, does it matter if it's spoilers? I think everybody watching is probably already knows the game.
Maybe. Oh, he made another game called... Well, it's translated to Frog Blaster.
You have never heard of Kuro Blaster?
No.
Yeah, he made Kuro Blaster a few years ago. It's reasonably popular, but it's not as good as Cave Story.
I mean, but that's not exactly like a criticism, I would guess. This game is amazing. I kind of want to use, yeah, I'm just going to use the artwork from the 3DS cover because it's really sick.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me.
Let me just go put this in this folder. That's a very interesting way to save a file. Okay, let's make you show up. Oh, right, oh, thank God that's still like clipped into the screen.
Oh, I guess Cave Story is one of those Joke Buster locked games.
Yes.
Wondered why Joke joined the channel.
Yeah, because Joke doesn't like anyone to have fun when he's on duty. Which, if we have problems with that, hopefully Freeball joins this race.
I mean, Freeball may assume that since we got 3 players, it's enough to go.
Let's make this a little bit smaller. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No, it's not okay. Freeball, join the race. Just make sure that I have her strong. Okay, audio unmuted again. People assuming what I think. Good job, Freeball. Alright, ooh, Wait, why did... Oh, right. Okay, I guess I'm gonna change this letter here real quick.
Okay, Ness is actually restreaming for this one.
Yeah, he has to. That'd be cheating otherwise.
I mean, it's possible to voice over it.
Oh, that's true, just him having... But that'd be cheating. I could say I'm playing on hardware and not stream it. Although, I guess this isn't Plus, so it's required. I don't know if one is... Plus is probably faster, because I don't know if they changed anything else.
I mean, maybe. It sounds like there might be some convenience changes.
Yeah, there were... Well, I know there were convenience changes in the Switch version, but Plus also is smoother, I want to say. But, like, it doesn't feel like I'm going any slower or that it's less responsive in the first one. So I think it was maybe,
Right.
like, a choice to do that.
Alright, who are we? Have you decided who we're restreaming?
Well... Oh, Nighty's here. Well, I'm doing Dragon C0, Neptunia, LaShawn, and because they were here first, so that's how they get it.
Yeah.
And then I'm waiting to see who else goes live first.
Well, we've got an S Kamikaze live. Although I don't know if it's going to stay, or if he's just going to do it to get past Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I think his stream is live, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I'm just gonna hide this, push this good old transition button over here.
Hey, gentlemen.
Hey there, Blast.
Doing some cave story today. How many we got?
We've got
plenty.
quite a few, like
Yeah,
7.
we got a bunch. But I'm trying to figure out whose stream is going where.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys restreaming the weekly for me while I'm busy moderating Reject.
Yeah, that's a fair division of labor.
I mean, I was planning on doing this anyway because I've played Cave Story a ton. I can't possibly say that I'm blind. It's honestly one of my favorite games. Alright, we're gonna restream Nighty because I think Ness might just have his stream up.
Oh no! Oh, never stream Ness.
Ah, okay.
It's not that there's anything particularly wrong with Ness himself. It's that his stream is unreliable. I'm actually surprised he even has a stream up.
Has to, because this is a Joke Buster game.
Yeah, I mean he can
is
override
it?
himself, but that's oh yeah, original Cave Story.
Did not know. Did not know.
So everyone can see the pretty picture of the box art for this game. There's like something different in like every version of it, but it's been released on Steam and every Nintendo system since the DS. So actually, I know what I'm gonna do here. This is a smart decision. Oh, right, I'm not actually clicking on Live Split, I'm clicking on OBS Preview. What did I... Oh, god damn it. Alrighty. So we got one person left to ready up before I quit the race, and then It'll start in 10 seconds. So I'm just gonna turn this music off.
Oh, it looks like Freeball might be playing the Cave Story Plus version.
Let's go ahead and set this to Cave Story. For the game
You know what? I
category.
did forget to set the game. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's fine. I think we should like keep Mystery Funhouse for the
Oh, yeah.
tournament because it's hard to swap, but Weekly Blinds probably.
Yeah, I do it every single time. It's hard to I can't find the game. If it doesn't have a game, then I don't do it. But
That's
okay.
fair.
So I'm just gonna transition this, and now 90 is there. And oh, I need to know which one of these people has clean audio.
90.
That is definitely true.
Yeah, LaShawn also seems to have some clean audio.
Yeah. I'd like to listen to Dragon's commentary on the game, but I don't think that's
Probably not.
the word is the PG does not apply.
Yeah, LaShawn also seems to have
Move.
some clean audio.
Wait, do I hear 90 murmuring, or did I not mute one of these streams?
No, I think.
Oh
that
no,
is 90.
he's listening to our stream.
Oh.
Just like, oh, that's me I hear. Alrighty, okay, so he's listening to our stream.
All right, so we got Dragon, LaShawn, 90, and Neb. Those are the four that
Yep,
we're watching.
90 is not blind, but that's fine.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Dragon, LaShawn, 90, and.
Alright, and then I have to do one more thing to this, which is fix this background image, which is just... I can't. I'll fix... Oh no, that makes it disappear. Okay, whatever. Okay. So... Position... Turn off studio mode. And then...
Oh, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm on it, man. Alright, so just waiting on one more racer to get ready up. Once they do, we can start the race. Welcome everybody to this week's Weekly Blind, where we have the original version of Cave Story, which came out in 2004. It's if you haven't seen it before, you're in for a treat, and I really recommend going out and playing it. They're only playing up to the bad end, which cuts... It's basically an ending where you get to the end, and then this guy's like, hey, do you just want to bail? And then you say yes, and you leave. You just leave, which is a perfect ending. No one makes it. It's
Jokebuster
great.
enters races?
What?
Yeah.
I did not know.
Certain races are curated by Jokebuster, and they prevent you from joining the race if you are not restreaming.
Yeah, they don't let you ready up.
Okay.
Oh wait, what? I thought I moved this little music thing all the way over here. Yeah, no, it's specifically PC games. Let me see if I can fix this background image.
You'd think that we wouldn't have a lot of people blind to Cave Story. We were ready for that, but turns out we do manage to have a couple
Or just
of
like a
blind
lot of
racers.
people who really just want to play Cave Story because it's good. Okay, so it looks like we are getting ready to go. Oops, and let me reset that. I didn't expect that. I was trying to do something at the same time. There we go.
I'll be only tentatively able to pay attention at the first. We are having a race happen on the side here. I'll probably pick up on it later.
All
We
right.
might try to get some more restreams next week for some of the stuff we've missed, but
All right. So we're gonna have the racers get off, and okay. Well, the timer started when LaShawn started, and I think this. Let's turn 90 up a little bit. So you can definitely hear that sound. This game's got some great music.
Oh, Cave Story absolutely does.
Yeah. So you start off in this cave. You don't have any weapons, so you gotta go find one. Snidey immediately walks into the spikes, which is why you saving at the start isn't the worst thing in the world. Because otherwise you have to watch that little intro again. Yeah, all they can do right now is jump. The bats and all the enemies right now do 1 damage. They find the first life capsule of the game, which gives them 3 extra life. Which for the most
It's a
part,
100% increase.
Those
yeah,
are going to be super useful in racing, because I mean, in blind races, because stage strats are typically good strats.
I mean, also it lets you go faster because you can damage boost a lot. And
That's true too.
damage boosting through this game is like half of what you need to do, and then also to survive Monster X, because that's really, really hard to do without getting hit. My hard mode run ended when I realized that, oh, health packs exist in this game, and I was at Monster X, which we
Now, I
will
don't
be
remember
seeing.
What part of the game does the dragon thing occur?
It's immediately after the core, but we'll get to that. It's fine. It's
I'd
Egg
say that's
Corridor
about
2.
2/3 of the way through the game.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that sounds about right. You
Yeah, we're
skip,
definitely in for a decent sized race.
Yeah,
But
you-
it's weekly blinds. That's what we do.
yeah, you skip the and like this race should take our runners probably. So we see a little cutscene about this guy with green hair looking for a Sue. I don't remember if he said the last name yet. As
don't
he
believe
approaches the
so.
first door, I want to see how many of our runners just immediately run into that door and take damage. Because I definitely did that my first time playing.
Now, I believe Neptunia and Nighty are not blind, and I believe that Dragon and Lashawn may be blind.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
Dragon
Ness is also not blind as well.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Ness is.
Ness isn't on the restream though. I'm talking about ones.
Oh,
from
okay,
the
that's
restream.
true.
Also, he doesn't even have the game up there. And Freeball as well. But yeah, this game is a ton of different versions. They all have something a little bit different. The one that has the most of the things that are different are, I guess, the Switch and 3DS cartridge versions. Basically, the 3DS version is a stereoscopic 3D, and also like 3-dimensional sprites. Oh, Dragon! He saw the eye, and he just jumped right into it.
Oh yeah, no, the 3DS does have full like 3DS features
Yeah,
to it.
and they all have different soundtracks. The Switch has all the soundtracks. Nighty jumping up here. Let's see where he's going.
And we know that Dragon not only died on the door, but because Dragon had not saved the game since they
He's gotta
started,
get his gun.
Dragon gets to start all over.
Okay, so Nighty
Oh,
electing
no.
to save. He isn't blind. Let's see. And is avoiding that item. The item that's up there would be really helpful for our blind racers. That is the map.
Does the
um,
pace bin help them get through Mimiga Village, or does it
You don't.
No.
No.
Okay, no.
It's not that
The
hard. They
pace
just gotta
bin-
wander around.
yeah,
in a
the
circle.
pace bin contains no hints for progressing in the game. It only contains
Yes.
the basic instructions of how to play.
Now,
Right on.
if we were to go past the bad ending to literally the next part, we'd probably have to explain how the garden works, because that could lose
Yep.
people a lot of time. As you can see,
For those-
LaShawn is over in the sprinkler area, which you don't need to visit right now.
For those that may not know, in Mystery Tournament, Metroidvania style games are typically banned on account of them being very bad blind races, especially to determine where placement in a race goes, because a 50-50 chance can end up having you lose the race. In the weekly blinds, however, we get the rare opportunity to do these kind of Metroidvania games because they're longer goals, and longer Metroidvania games tend to balance out overall on account of more 50-50 decisions that tend to lead you towards the right place.
Yeah, I
and
mean-
you start to have better map recognition and understand where you're going better. So, I think these are just casual races. There's no prize on the line for them. Everybody's just here to have fun, so we can do things like Metroidvanias.
I mean, this Metroidvania in particular, I would almost not even want to call it that, just because there is a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? The game is super linear for the majority of it. Like, there isn't a lot of space where you can lose time.
I mean,
The
it's
first area, like,
absolutely-
there's some in the first area, and there's definitely some in the last area. As you see, Nighty actually skipped the first boss by saying
Telling him he
he
didn't wanna
asks
fight.
you if you want to fight, and then you're just like no, and he's like all right, see ya, and you just don't fight him. Which everyone has that option, but how many people are actually going to say no? As
Well, there's always a
Balrog's the
possibility
best.
of mashing through the text too, and just not even realizing that they get a choice.
also true. So LaShawn is entering.
It's a good point. I don't think Cave Story really like Cave Story has some of the Metroidvania trappings, but it's definitely hard to define as a Metroidvania because you don't really progress via upgrades. You progress via the story.
Yeah, the upgrades come as you go through the story. It's got some Metroidvania appearance and appeal. If you like Metroidvanias, you probably enjoy it.
LaShawn is trying to go up there and get the map. There's a different way to get around and get it. And you have to go grab the one item. But so we see Nighty entering Egg Corridor, which is the first area in the game that you're going to explore and do something. You have to go rescue Sue Sakamoto. This is another Mimigna. Although you're also headed here to rescue Toriko, I believe. She got kidnapped in the first scene. And Neptunia also saying no to Balrog. No one wants to fight Balrog. Man, it's a fun fight too. You don't really do much, you just mash at him, but...
Well, he's also got some pretty good music.
Oh, he does got great music, but we'll probably see Balrog again.
We will see Balrog again.
At least 3 or 4 more times during this run.
Couple of times. Alright, so Nighty's moving on to the first boss.
Yep. LaShawn did go and get the map. He has the map upgrade, which is pretty helpful.
And Dragon has found the pendant and now is moving on, so we'll see.
We'll see if he says yes to Balrog.
Yep. And LaShawn hopefully will get the pendant here, and we'll be able to start progressing.
Oh yes, Dragon's fighting Balrog. Unfortunately, we can't use the sound, but it's good music. So Balrog mostly just jumps and runs at you. And like if you mash at him, you can kill him pretty much instantly. And oh no, he got hugged.
Free hugs from Balrog.
Free hugs from Balrog. Oh, Nighty, knowing that egg number 6 is open, there's actually a corridor that tells you the statuses of all the eggs. And that'll let you know what eggs you can go inside of, which is helpful because you have to unlock a door. And inside one of the eggs is a fully functioning computer terminal.
It happens.
Yeah. And you can see that little like white lightning thing on the ground. It's like this creature that moves around. You can't damage it or hurt it, and if you touch it, it kills you.
So we watch on LaShawn's screen. LaShawn hesitated before shooting Toroko. Toroko was running back and forth, and he really didn't want to shoot her, which I commiserate with him.
Okay, now...
LaShawn has also been a little more thorough with their exploration than it looks like Dragon has been. So LaShawn has an extra health upgrade that Dragon does not have.
Yep, and nope, there's nothing in Egg 2 right now, Nighty. But Egg Corridor is a cool place. You have all these flying like bug monsters that kind of get in your way, but they're also useful because they die really quickly, and they drop upgrades. Which, because you picked up missiles earlier, you really want to upgrade your missiles because they are a ton of your damage, especially this early. The Polar Star, while nice, it doesn't hold a candle to the missiles, and what makes hard mode on the Cave Story Plus version so difficult is you don't get them. So Nighty needs to make his way into Egg 1. If he checked all of those terminals in that computer room he was in, he would be able to read that Egg 1 has a thing inside of it. And he had to pick up the ID card from that room as well. Also to note, the racers can elect to skip the first missile upgrade, because those missiles spawn a dragon boss, and you don't need to fight them if you just don't get the missiles. So as we can see, Nighty is fighting the first just mini boss. I believe his name is Igor.
Igor, yes, that's correct.
And that 120 is, the game does tally up your damage, and then when you haven't shot the target for a while, it displays all of it at once. That's what we got over here.
That's a really important thing to talk about in this. So your weapons upgrade, as you've probably seen as the game goes on, and that you have up to 3 different levels of attack, the weapons get significantly stronger as you upgrade them. And going into a boss with a level 3 weapon versus a level 1 weapon is a huge difference in how the combat turns out.
Yes. Now, there are few weapons that are arguably better at lower levels, and actually there's only 2 of them, and they'll be getting that later into the run, and it's required pretty much, which is really useful for them because it's a huge source of damage, but we'll talk about that when we get there. But for the most part, the weapons are significantly better as you level them up, and you don't want to take damage. So as we see...
so that benefits the players too as they go through that. Playing safely will be beneficial to them because then they'll have upgraded weapons. Whereas if they damage boost a lot, if they're not careful about what weapon they have equipped, then they'll have low-level weapons that'll make the fights harder.
Yeah. Now here's my question to you: do you think Nighty, having played this game before, is gonna go get the bubbleine?
I don't know. I would think he would skip it.
I would too, but I really like it for the next area just because it helps with all of the jellyfish, but it's an optional weapon that is just absolutely useless at levels 1 and 2. It's super useless at level 1. At level 3, it's really good at killing like 1 HP, like 1 hit point mobs when there's a ton of them. It's sort of like a very, very light machine gun, I guess is the way to put it. And it kind of creates a protective barrier around you. So it's helpful just for this next area, and one area later in the game that we won't see if you don't have one of the guns, but it just makes things a little bit safer.
I remember that weapon.
It's optional. You may not have gotten it.
Yeah, the bubble wand type of weapon.
The bubbleine. I don't know, every time I play this game, I just end up doing 100% because I just really like finding all the things and like doing all the stuff.
Yeah, this game has a lot of weapons in it, a huge number of them. So there's a lot of benefit to the players. Yeah, so we can see Neptunia is taking the time to upgrade the missile launcher weapon, because with an upgraded missile launcher, they can take out Igor very quickly.
Oh no, they made a mistake. And yeah,
all right, so...
you don't get 100 max health in this game. You can't survive that.
There's I think that first NPC you meet in that area tells you that those kill you instantly, and you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, I think you cap out at it's either like 56 or 65. I don't quite remember. It's something like that.
And I like it because there's a lot of places where you'll get the things will damage you, and they just pick like random huge numbers. Like you jump on a spike, it's just like, yeah, you take 137 points of damage. Like there's no reason for 137 points.
It's like, well, I put it in assigned bite. You're gonna take 127 points of damage, and that's what I feel like doing right now.
I mean, arbitrary points of value are good for indicating that this is going to kill you dead no matter what. Like there's no chance for you to survive this no matter what you do, so it doesn't matter what.
Yeah, like if it just said they're max health, like they might like think, okay, I can survive that the next time I have full health, which is just totally wrong. As you can see, they're shooting things with a pole star, and or at least Neptunia is, and shooting things with a pole star, and then switching to the missile launcher to pick up the triangles, which you have finite numbers of missiles. It's the only weapon in the game with ammunition like that. And oh no, is Neptunia not gonna jump into Egg 1? Oh no.
Yeah, I think Neptunia may recognize from the control room that there's something in Egg 1 that they need to deal with, and they're not certain what to do. But yeah, they have to jump up and touch the inside of the egg to enter it.
Because one of the terminals also lower the shield, so it says somewhere you gotta find this, and then it says status conditions normal. And you can check every single one. The red ones are the ones that, something's wrong. Something's abnormal in Egg 1, but not Egg 2.
See, the note is a little bit confusing the first time, because you think that it's something in this room that you're in, and it's not. You need to use the computers to find the terminals hidden in the eggs.
Yeah, but again, that's what the game wants you to do. It wants you to go and check all of the terminals with your ID card that you just found. Because why would you ignore that chest the first time? And then you're supposed to figure out, okay, I have to do something here, but it's basically, the idea is you're supposed to go check all of these things. As Dragon takes a death to the Sharky Shark thing. As Nighty is entering Grasstown, which has great music. And has picked up the, what is the name of the base version of this gun? I don't
Fireball.
remember. It's just Fireball? Okay. Picked up the Fireball. Fireball's nice. It does a bunch of damage early. Although it has fairly short range and the shots bounce, so shooting things above you is hard.
On the other hand, if you're dealing with things that are hugging the ground... Neptunia, what did you do? Alright. Neptunia found the chest in the egg and then immediately left. Yeah, this area, because the ground is uneven and it rolls up and down, the fireball's really useful for hitting enemies that are along the ground, but on a different level.
Yeah, or like just up in the path, like you saw him take care of those, he's fighting one now and having the worst time of it.
And I believe you can stand on top of enemies without taking damage in this game.
Some enemies, not all enemies. So, they gotta do a little bit of a, there is a way to skip getting this, like, jam that they're about to do. It involves damage boosting off of an enemy and popping yourself up over the cave. Oh, did he sleep with the Enigma? That's something that you can do. You just go to sleep and the other person's asleep in the same bed as you.
I mean, where else are they gonna sleep? There's only one bed, and you're trying to bogart it.
There's definitely some, suggestive language there.
If you're uncomfortable with it, just sleep head to feet.
So, they have to go get some jelly, which is the only thing that can put out fire, apparently, is jelly. And, as SpongeBob should have taught you, the only way you get jellyfish, or jelly, is from jellyfish. Which are now flying all over the place. But regular jellyfish aren't gonna cut it that much. So we've got, up there is a giant jellyfish. And it's just got a ton of health and does a lot of damage. It's not too scary once you break it off the wall and get under it. And you can redo this as many times as you want, because there are multiple flames you want to put out. Let's see which one Nighty puts out first. The one on the left gets you the bubbling. Oh no, wait, that's the one in the town.
Charcoal.
Sorry, the one in the town gets you the bubbling.
Yeah, the one on the left gets the charcoal, which is one of the 3 items that he'll need later. So this is just the most efficient way to go about it.
I think you also get lipstick here.
No, not in this goal.
Well, no, you can get, like, if you talk to them again, you can get the lipstick or something like that. You wouldn't need it for this goal, but it's a thing you can get.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, just useless items that you'll find that you wouldn't find without spending a lot of time exploring.
SpongeBob did not suggest killing the jellyfish. He milks them instead, but that's slow. So we're basically just cutting them open with the power of a gun.
You just have to use the tools that are available to you.
Yeah, and you don't have a jellyfishing net, you have a gun. So, you know, that's the only logical recourse is to shoot it to death.
Why would you pay attention to anything SpongeBob anyway?
Because it's SpongeBob.
Go back to bed,
Within
Blasphemous.
SpongeBob, there lies wisdom.
I hate
All
all
right.
whippersnappers. Get off my lawn.
Okay, so Neptunia has finished the egg corridor and is heading back. Meanwhile, LeSean and Dragon C, both of them have figured out that you can get inside of the eggs, so I think that they'll be fighting the boss very soon.
Yes. Oh no. How much progress is Neptunia gonna lose? I don't know where they saved.
Oh, they saved like just moments to go, so Neptunia's lost nothing.
Okay, that's good. I love the expression when you blow up the face guys. Like they're just like, oh, I'm shocked. Yeah, you shoot them and they fire back at you. We see some frogs. They're cute. Oh, that's nice. I don't remember the hay thing being there in the Plus version, or at least not the very first version I played of Cave Story Plus, so I got stuck here for a really long time.
Which thing?
The brother is yelling hey out of that little crack right there.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that helps a lot, so that
I
you can tell.
straight up do not remember that being in the Plus version.
Oh, it definitely is.
Not in the very first one I played, like back in 2011 or something like that. This is when it was in the Humble Indie Bundle. It might be now,
Yep.
but...
That's where I got it myself. Definitely is in there.
Or he only says it once and it never shows up again. Blast, you've already proven your memory's unreliable.
My memory is unreliable, but at least I'm not wrong about everything I say.
Alright, Dragon gets the boss kill, and LeSean is just about to enter the boss arena.
Then he picks up a couple more missiles. He's currently on a mission to get a bunch of things to open a door.
Yeah, it needs, well, you need to get the rusty key first. And then here we're going to have a fight with a robot.
Yeah. Turn on some... Yep, robot fight time.
And nope, instead it's Balrog.
Are you sure Balrog's not a robot? He looks like a giant toaster, refrigerator, television. I don't know which one he is. Lunchbox? So if you have a bunch of level 3 missiles, this fight's not too bad, as you can see how much damage they do, but Nighty's missing a lot of them.
But there we go. Flamethrower takes Balrog out very quickly.
Yep, and since Balrog hit this robot like pretty hard in the head, it's decided that you're not an intruder anymore.
So
Great.
now the robot offers to build a bomb, since the key that you collected that you thought was going to let out Kazuma, it actually is not the key there. So the only way to get him out is to build a bomb, and you need 3 components. You need charcoal, you need jellyfish juice, and you need some gum.
Yeah, so they gotta go back and
we
kill
don't-
that jellyfish again.
Yeah, now that the fans are on, it's possible to kill the jellyfish, get the jellyfish juice, and to get through the fireplace. Because this Mimiga, for whatever reason, insists on lighting that fire again the very second you leave.
Yeah, and then also, like, out of an open window. Like, that's where they're doing it. It's like, this is a perfect place for a fireplace, just out of a window.
I mean, it's grasslands. It's not like there's anything flammable around here.
I mean, maybe it's okay, because it's obviously not the, like, dry season, because all the grass is very lush and green. It's not gonna light on fire fairly easily. And, like, they have
All right,
fans
so-
everywhere to help put out fires, probably. That's probably why they're there.
And we've got LeSean has now defeated Igor, the first real boss of this game. So that means that they'll be moving on along with everybody else.
Yep, Dragon... and is trying to figure out what to do.
Supposed to leave. That's what they're supposed to do.
Well, yeah. I guess, is he farming for something? Oh, I think he's trying to farm up off of, or just trying to farm up a little bit. Yep, there you go. One touch and pow, it's over. Dragon. Okay, he's going for that health. That might be helpful later.
Yeah, in a blind race like this, not knowing what you're going to be confronted with, it's a smart idea to just pick up upgrades.
I would say go and get all the health because I have a feeling a lot of these people are going to be stuck at Monster X, especially if they're blind. Monster X is, I would say, the first real challenging boss. A lot of the bosses you can take a little bit slower and you're safe. Monster X doesn't really allow for that.
Yeah, you need to attack it hard, fast, immediately, and you have to find where the hitboxes are too. It's not trivial.
Nighty fights the
optional fight for a missile upgrade.
Yeah, the optional missile fight in a room that's filled with red flowers and a rabid Mimiga. And ooh, Neptunia gets butt slammed. Nighty moving through the precarious. You have all these like Illuminati lizard people just like sitting around that will tell you like the lore of the island. They're always just running past.
And Dragon is getting the first plot info dump.
But you know, you need to know these things.
Oh, and Neptunia jumps into the death spikes.
That's unfortunate, but at least having a save right there. But still gotta do the whole thing again.
Yeah, you're gonna get sick of Grass Town after doing all the back and forth backtracking here.
Conveniently, there is never a reason to go back to Grass Town after you get everything the first time. But so Nighty's fighting a boss. It's Balfrog.
Oh, we're already on Balfrog?
Yeah.
Well, Nighty is.
Nighty's not blind. And so Balfrog, every time you go over his head, he like turns around and he opens his mouth and he shoots a bunch of stuff at you. So the best strategy is to just kind of just keep getting over him, or even just run through him sometimes. So he turns around and does that, but Nighty's taking it nice and safe. Because yeah, he only does 5 damage a hit. Nighty's got to do that like a bunch of times. And then yeah, just mashing him in the face.
Alright, Nighty's just got a little sliver of health left on the boss. Just literally has to shoot one more time.
Gets the kill. As Dragon finally enters Grasstown. Oh, is he not gonna enter that house? Oh yeah, that Mimiga's name is Santa, just in case you weren't aware, the one that Dragon's talking to. So we do meet Santa.
Ooh, Neptunia gets stomped on. Neptunia's taking an awful lot of
Yeah,
destiny.
Neptunia's not having a good time in this part. Dragon not entering that house on the left, meaning he's skipping the fireball currently. Will probably still end up with it.
I think you have to, because you have to get the charcoal.
Yeah. But do you have to talk to that person? What is that, like, key item that's, like, sitting there? Like
That's the key to Santa's house.
I well, I've only played the plus version, so I don't remember just sitting there flashing like that.
I mean, it flashes like that to draw your attention to it. That's basic good game design.
Yeah, Yeah, I just didn't remember that. I think maybe he has to go back and help Santa with that. Yeah, I get that. That'll get you in for the charcoal at the very least, but.
Alright, so we see how long it takes for LaShawn to figure out Grasslands as the next destination.
Yeah, and look, it's Dr. Booster. Neptunia fighting the jellyfish.
Ooh, BTS with all those bit donations taking a hefty lead in the bit wars.
With a solid 94 to 5.
Jal really needs to pick things up if they're gonna take first place for the end of the week. LaShawn is exploring the Mimiga village.
And Dragon is just walking all the way to the left. Gotta go get key from Santa, or give Santa his key back.
Yeah, there's a couple of event triggers here. Talking to Santa reveals that you need to use the fireplace in the other guy's house. And then when you check the other guy's fireplace, that's what spawns the jellyfish.
Santa's got a nice reward for him, though. As LaShawn is in the graveyard, mucking around trying to jump up into a door that he definitely... Oh, Nighty taking a lot of damage to his benefit.
Yeah, otherwise those instant death spikes would have been
Yeah,
the end of them.
damage boosting across spikes is a valid strategy. Which there are some spikes later in the game that'll only do, you know, like 30 damage. Which is nice when you have like 60 health and everything else in that cave kills you in one shot anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so it's not instant death, it's half to death. Oh, no, Nighty is going to collect another jellyfish juice.
Is he getting the bubbling?
It's entirely possible
Nighty,
that Nighty
please.
is going to get the bubbling.
Oh man, that'll be so good.
Okay, I gotta pay attention to this weapon. I swear I've gotten everything in this game. I don't remember it.
It's exactly what the name suggests.
You got the secret item in Curly's house, right?
Potentially. It had been a long time since I played this.
Alright, so LaShawn is heading to the grasslands as well.
Which, to be fair, given the Bubbling's level 3 range, it is useful sometimes if you don't want to, like, expend missiles. And so, depending on where Nighty chooses to go, they will be heading to the desert next.
Like Nighty's trying to remember who they need to talk to in order to trigger the cutscene.
I think they just go straight to the thing. Or he's in a cutscene right now.
Yeah, he had to talk to Sue in order to trigger the cutscene. Neptunia takes a giant thwomp block to the forehead.
At least having a later save, they're already over here. Now, Nighty's going up, refilling all their health. Saving. Well, still has a chance to go get the bubbling.
Nighty letting us down.
Well, there's still one more opportunity, really.
That's true, right at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, right before the end of the goal. So we get to listen to cool desert music now. And enter this house for reasons.
Now Well, this is necessary eventually because you do need to get the dog from here.
Yes. However, so this fight, you cannot use missiles on. She is immune to missiles. Thanks, Mighty, for showing that off for me.
Are we sure Nighty's not listening to the commentary?
Nighty's not blind. But, and there's no way he would have been here, like, the stream delay is like 20 seconds or something.
Alright, Neptunia goes into the death house again, this time successfully climbs it, realizes that you can stand on the swamp death traps.
Dragon is having the worst time trying to get this health up. He's just jumping too early repeatedly.
You need to get the health up from the...
You can go from the left, Dragon! Or the right. Oh, that was LaShawn. Never mind. I got my streams mixed up.
Okay.
Yeah, LaShawn was having a problem getting that health up. You can go from the right. Let's see if Dragon noticed the big giant jellyfish. It is a good idea, I think, especially the first time through, to clear out all of these annoying other enemies.
Alright, Nighty recognizes that you have to talk to these NPCs to get the dog. There we go. So Nighty's going to save some time here grabbing the dog before talking to the old woman.
He has the machine gun now.
Yep.
Which is one of the 3 upgrades you can get for the Polar Star. And it's definitely the most versatile, although second highest in damage. Next to...
Yeah, but that jetpack machine gun is so useful.
It is. And really, the only weapon that's more useful is the upgraded Polar Star. And in this goal, it's not useful because you're going to get it right before you finish the goal.
Yeah. To the point where you don't even fight any bosses in between then and there. And let's see, Neptunia's fighting Balrog. Oh, dies on the last bit of health. Oh, that sucks. So you got
died. Try
Sandcrocs.
again. He's trying to upgrade this machine gun, but those Sand Crocs are
Does
brutal.
take a lot to upgrade the machine gun. For reasons. You can kill the Sandcroc, they drop a bunch of little chips.
Tiny little Triforces.
And, you can see in the... This is on Nighty's screen. The way that it tells you, there's a dog down that way, and you can tell because there's a paw print. It tells you you're allowed to travel through that area.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a computer somewhere or an NPC that tells you to look for the marks that reveal you can walk through walls.
That's the person who tells you that she wants her dogs.
Oh, Nighty's so close to getting that level 2. There it is.
And there it is.
Then
and
loses
there
it, then
yeah.
regains it, then loses it, regains it.
There's a
So
lot of that in this game.
the machine gun does have ammunition in that it has like a charge time, but you regain it instantly. Unlike the missiles where you have to pick up drops.
Well, the default restore rate is fairly quick, but not quite instantaneous. There is an item they can get later that will speed it up significantly.
Where is that item again? I don't remember.
In the Abyss.
Oh, right.
The guy who would give you the snake gives you the machine gun upgrade if you have that. If you have the machine gun instead.
Yeah, and you don't get anything. I don't. Oh no, you get a really weird thing if you give him the upgraded Polar Star.
You can give him the upgraded Polar Star?
Yeah, you you go there and the item he gives you is a really funky item with the
Oh
upgraded
yeah,
Polar Star.
the snake. Yes.
No, not the snake. No,
Oh,
he can,
is that not the
he
same
can get, no,
NPC?
he can get for every, so you either get the snake from him, you get the upgraded machine gun, or you get a third item, which if you have the final Polar Star version. I just go get the game on my Switch and look what it is.
This game is, of course, available for every platform, including your toaster. The only
Yeah.
way this game could be for more for every system is if it was actually a part of Skyrim. Somehow.
I mean, they still don't have a Commodore 64 DMake yet.
Yet.
All right, so Neptunia is trying to figure out where to get all of these parts. Dragon, I think, has overlooked the guy shouting for help from that locked room, which is unfortunate because that means that Dragon is not going to be able to progress. Luckily, Dragon is trapped in this little area until he figures that out, so that at least works to his benefit.
He'll probably head back in the direction in a little bit. Come on!
Dragon! You're gonna have to really drive this one in later.
Dragon, please.
Alright, so Nighty now has the level 3 machine gun. Not only does the level 3 machine gun deal a colossal amount of damage, but also if you fire straight down, the force of the shots is enough that you can actually fly. Which makes it extremely useful for a casual playthrough. Or even for an experienced player.
Yeah, the speedrun uses the machine gun because it gives you a ton of maneuverability.
So maybe something,
yeah.
Something to talk about too is the way that this game handles upgrades and things. Is that most of the secrets in this game involve skipping upgrades that you normally would think are mandatory, and in exchange for getting better upgrades later on. So a lot of the playing for the true ending involves simply going through the game without upgrades to get necessary items for the better endings.
So, do you think any of them are going to accidentally get Booster V2?
I think it's entirely possible.
Yeah.
If you have the machine gun, you can be tempted to do so.
Yeah, like, you could accidentally do it, you just see a pit, and then you just go over it.
Although, I can't remember...
For Booster V2, were you supposed to, like, avoid the underwater section, or were you supposed to pick up the girl in the underwater?
No,
It
you're
had
just
something
supposed to
do with that.
jump over the pit and not talk to Dr. Booster.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Okay.
Which, with the
I think-
machine gun, it's super easy to do that.
I think what's likely to happen is as the players try to figure out the event triggers necessary to get Curly Brace to show up at the rock, I think that they'll wind up talking to Dr. Booster even if they do check the door first. Because there's a couple areas in this game where figuring out the correct locations of the event triggers, is a non-trivial challenge.
Yeah.
As we're seeing on Dragon's side, Dragon still has not figured out that that giant hay bubble is a place that he's supposed to be talking to somebody.
I'm really surprised, because it's, like, right there. Just yelling at him.
LeSean is making progress, is having a little bit of difficulty with this platforming. You have pretty floaty jumps in this game, but it is still takes a little bit of thought and effort to successfully navigate those pits, since you only get one shot and then you're dead.
I've got to say, the part that Nighty is in right now, having the level 3 machine gun to be able to jump up things is a godsend, specifically for this part. because otherwise, you know, you have to make it across all of these platforms, all these annoying things shooting at you.
Alright, I think Dragon has skipped the NPC again.
Dragon, please.
Thought you said that Dragon was good at video games.
He is.
Ouch. Nico bringing out the brass knuckles today.
I mean, he's also 2-0 in Reject Tourney.
So Dragon is as far to the right as they can get. Can't progress past this area without the fans being turned on.
I think there's a way if you lure over a bat or something, but I don't actually know what that is.
I mean, Dragon plays some glitched Legend of Zelda with you, doesn't he? So
Oh yeah,
you know,
we do play LADX a lot.
so he may be up for some damage boost glitch strats.
Oh, and Dragon loves sequence breaking.
Well, better pray that there's a sequence break here, because he's not figuring out the correct way to do this. Now you're navigating this dark room to get another puppy. Do you want to take the dog with you? Yes, you want to take the dog with you.
It's a good boy. You just keep bringing them back to Jenka.
And LaShawn figures out that when somebody says, hey, you should walk over and talk to them. So at this point, LaShawn has pulled ahead of Dragon by a small degree. Of course, that lead is just going to keep getting wider as long as Dragon can't figure this out.
All you have to do is walk to the right. That's it. Come on, man. They're yelling, hey. Oh, this is hard. And yeah, there's the power of the machine gun that he's showing off right there. It also makes the next area, that Nighty will be entering soon, way better. He's gotta find one more dog.
LaShawn thinking carefully before answering Balrog, although ironically the second one, it doesn't matter what you say, you get the same results.
I think he expected him to take off, so there was like a delay in when he started fighting him.
Hey, thanks for the hoist, Doyson. Hoist, Doyson. Dang, I did it again.
What?
Roar is saying things. LaShawn, alright, LaShawn manages to finish off Balrog. Okay, and Dragon has finally found that key. Congratulations to Dragon.
Yeah, that was a big time loss, so we'll see how that ends up hurting him in the future.
I feel like Dragon's execution has been better than LaShawn's, but LaShawn figuring out that puzzle quickly suggests that there may be an advantage here figuring out these obscure event triggers.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call that one that obscure. He's shouting at you.
Another thing that's useful in this game, button mashing, because a lot of these bosses have absolutely no iframes, so as fast as you push that button, you're pumping damage into them.
Sometimes. Depends on the weapon. there is a recharge rate on every weapon, so you just have to mash at that speed. You don't have to mash as hard as possible, which is nice because if you did, it would suck. Missiles, on the other hand, you can just dump everything at once.
Alright, Dragon taking out Balrog quickly and easily. Lashawn discovers the secret fight against the Mimiga. There we go, takes out the Mimiga.
So, yeah, Balrog. Something happened to all the other dogs. That life pot, very useful. They can use it once, and they get a full heal. I don't remember if there's a way to get refills on them, but it's very useful to do so. Or to just have it, especially if you're trying to do best ending for this game. Because that last boss is, I don't know how people can do that on hard mode, because you can't get hit in hard mode. I can understand the first, like, 2 phases, but not the last phase.
Just gotta get good.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, this really obnoxious platforming section with these really hard enemies just jumped right over with the machine gun.
Alright, so Neptunia has got the list of ingredients for the bomb. And is trying to figure out where the missing items are.
Yeah, well, they all know where the jellyfish juice is.
Yeah, charcoal takes a little bit of thought until you remember that you can use the jellyfish juice to check fireplaces, and you just check all the fireplaces. Probably the hardest one is realizing that you've got to talk to Kazuma in order to get the key to the gum room.
Yeah.
Alright, Dragon finds the Mimiga trap room and defeats the Mimiga without much difficulty at all.
And, hey look, it's the Doctor. This is the first instance of the main villain in this game.
It's Doctorb with a B for bargains. Yeah, the plot of this game is given to you in drips and drabs, but the gist of it is that Balrog and Misery, the 2 NPCs that you keep running into, they're servants of the Doctor because the Doctor has some kind of a crown, which is that bizarre-looking hat that he's wearing, obviously not for sartorial benefit.
Yeah, which unfortunately curses Misery to be forced to work for him. Although I don't think Balrog is subject to that same curse, and so Nighty has gotten the best. Has he gotten it yet? Pretty sure he has it now.
The sword?
Yeah.
No, you get the sword after the fight.
This
Which
fight
that
is
is
the
the
worst.
best item in the game.
You
This
say
fight
that-
is the worst.
You say that because you're forced to kill a rabbit, Roar, we know that.
No, I mean, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. There is no victory music that plays. There is no exclamation point on the text box. This game made me feel super bad for this fight.
And there's Toroko. You have killed Toroko, and she disappears in a puff of smoke.
There's no exclamation point here. There's no, you beat Toroko, yay, it's you beat Toroko.
Yeah, and then also King dies
You
too.
monster.
But you got the sword. No, see, there's your exclamation point. You got sword. See how good you feel now? Sword is
You
best
can't
weapon.
leave.
So the sword is one of 2 items in the game that is significantly, arguably better at lower levels than it is at higher levels, depending on what you're fighting. The level 1 sword is a high damage, medium-ish range shot that you can fire off very, very quickly. The level 2 sword is a fatter, short-range weapon that can split off into 3s. I think it's actually like 3 mini swords, and shoots way slower than the level 1 sword. The DPS is lower.
All right.
And-
So 90 has reached this pit.
Yeah.
This is where the machine gun totally trivializes the game. If you didn't have the machine gun at level 3,
This kind of sucks.
you would have to climb this with horrific exact jumping. With the machine gun, you just aim down and you just fly up this corridor.
Yeah. And then the level 3 sword is an AoE continuous attack. Like, I think if you hold the button, he keeps slashing. It invokes the Spirit of King, something like that. LeSean finding the gum room, but doesn't have the key to the gum room.
Yeah, that's gonna upset you.
Why is that gonna upset me?
Well, I mean, if you were a player who did that, that's
Oh,
upset
yeah.
you. After you go through all that trouble and then you realize that you can't open it because you don't have the key. Because now they'll have to go talk to what's his face, the scientist, Kazuma, and get that key so that they can climb those platforms once again.
Okay, so now we get this cool music from where Nighty is. This is some good music. Do 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 do. And now we get to fight cricket ninjas. They're probably some of my least favorite enemies in the game, mostly because after you kill them, they don't stop having a hitbox immediately.
All right, Neptunia has managed to get through the grasslands. It's reassuring because I'm sure that they will be very happy to find that they don't have to be in this zone anymore. They can leave and be done with it. It looks like Dragon is collected the jellyfish juice and is heading back to get the charcoal. And LeSean seems to be climbing up again. Did LeSean... No, LeSean isn't climbing up again anymore. Yeah, so LeSean needs to figure out that you have to talk to Kazuma again. That's the next step.
Oh, the arms barrier. That's helpful. So you lose half the amount of level when you take damage. And that is a nightmare. That sucks when if you don't get machine gun, you kind of have to skip that until you get booster.
Yeah, and the way the levels are set up, the first level on your weapon takes the longest to get, and then the second and the third levels take less and less time. So that you tend to lose that your third level very quickly, but keep your second level a lot longer.
Yeah, there's only one item in the game where that is not true, and very fortunately, we won't be seeing it because it's past this goal, which is the Nemesis, which you can trade your sword away for, and turns out that's just a big trap. It shoots things that look like rubber ducks, though, which I think is amusing.
Yeah, the Nemesis is the one that's strongest at level 1, and it gets weaker when you level it up, right?
Yes. Yes, I would say that property also is of the sword, but I'd say that the level 3 sword has its place.
Alright, Nighty fighting the Ghost of Balrog.
Or Shadowrog, or whatever he wants to be called.
Yeah, this is a more difficult fight than some of the others because Shadow Balrog just shoots projectiles everywhere that are hard to dodge.
Oof, and takes a death. That's unfortunate.
Standing a little too close every
Did
time.
Dragon get the charcoal?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe Dragon has collected the charcoal. Hopefully, has grabbed an extra jellyfish juice,
Yeah.
and so now it's just a matter of figuring out how to unlock that door to get the gum.
He's looking. I don't know if he's seen that door yet or gone back there, but we will see.
I would be surprised if he hasn't already found that door.
Well, no, he's found the door, but I don't know if he knows he can get up there now. I like how he's panning the camera around to find out what's going on. As Nighty does have the upgraded machine gun recharge. Nighty switched to the sword!
I would definitely be switching weapons when he jumps up, so that way you don't get hit and lose that level.
Oh,
And then
now
keep
Nighty took
switching
an extra
back.
hit. I mean, it's possible to avoid all that damage. It's not easy, though, like, in any way.
Yeah, it's just a safer movement, basically.
Okay, so at this point, I think both Dragon and LaShawn are in the same point that they just need to figure out where to get that key, and that they should be good to go. All right, Neptunia's on the fight with Curly Brace. And those little Mamigas don't do much damage, but they're obnoxious because they'll take away your weapon upgrades. And Nighty will probably farm a couple of upgrades here to make sure that his machine gun's maxed out, because Monster X is right around the corner.
Yep, Monster X is definitely the first boss in this game that it gets really hard. Toriko is pretty hard in that fight of itself, but it's Monster X is where it starts really getting up to 11.
Yeah, it's difficult really to compare Toroko to Monster X, because Monster X has big hitbox, a narrow area to fight. It's
stupid cricket
unclear
ninjas
where the
helping him.
hitboxes are.
Nighty knows. So since Nighty knows, he's taking, and he's even switched to the sword, which is really, really good at mashing things to death. Because it has absurdly high DPS.
Yeah, I think Nighty's trying to get the upgraded sword for this next fight. It's taking an awful lot of hits to do that.
I would be wanting level 1. Level 1 sword has the highest DPS. Because of its mash ability.
Alright, here it comes.
This boss fight sucks.
Oh yeah, this fight! Oh, yeah, this fight sucks.
There we go. Nighty is just mashing swords into Monster X.
Yeah, so it has like 2 phases, sort of. Where one, you've got to deal with this phase, and yeah, if you just... There's a way that if you kind of stand around it, you can sort of manipulate it a little bit.
Alright, Nighty's taken out the 4 projectile whatchamacallits.
Yep, and now he's got to deal with
the main body.
the main body.
Takes off about a third of the enemy health just with one go.
This is where the sword really, like, you really start noticing the sword shine.
Yeah, Nighty's showing that he knows exactly what he's doing on this fight. And there it goes. Nighty takes down the Monster X,
It was a
and it
giant
reveals
cat.
its true form. It's just inexplicably a cat.
So, it looks like Dragon just got the gum.
Yep. Dragon got the gum, defeated Balfrog. So Dragon will be leaving. Dragon taking a big leap there.
I was really worried he was gonna jump straight into the spikes.
That would
I
have
really
been
thought that was about to
embarrassing.
happen.
That's exactly what I was expecting to happen. I think LaShawn may have gotten the charcoal now. So with the charcoal, they'll already know where the jellyfish juice is. So just needs to figure out where to get that key, and the key is just talk to the scientist the second time, and he will give it to you.
Neptunius fighting the sand squid. Unfortunately, doesn't realize missiles aren't super great against it.
And doesn't have an upgraded machine gun. That's a bigger issue.
Yeah. Also doesn't
The
have max
upgraded
missiles.
machine gun is really great.
But yeah, the problem is the missiles like fly over it, so you have to kind of shoot it. But you can't shoot it from the top either. The fireball is pretty useful here as well.
Yeah, the fireball has pretty good damage, especially if you're good at mashing. I wasn't watching 90. 90 skipped the booster,
Yep,
I think.
he definitely skipped booster. So now we have a Balrog fight instead. I really
So I
hope
think-
he gets the bubbling.
I think that 90 may be setting up for best ending. I wonder if 90 will keep playing
maybe.
after the goal.
We'll definitely, if he does, we'll definitely keep it rolling, because that's pretty good.
So that's what, the fourth time that 90 has defeated Balrog?
The fourth time if you count Shadow Balrog. And then, you know, he helps you, but don't tell a soul. Man, I forgot that was the actual line. And when you do that, you get super missiles, and supers are great. They do so much damage.
Now,
But
we say that's the actual line. Keep in mind, this is a fan translation.
That's true, but that's also what it is in probably the Switch version, or just any of the translated versions in like Plus.
Yeah, so this game originated as a Japanese freeware game, and it was very quickly translated into English and became popular. And then they ported it to 10,000 different consoles. So it's got kind of a convoluted progression getting this
He
far.
promised that the 3DS one was going to be the last one, and then he made a Switch one instead. But it's like, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, man, I'm jealous of the machine gun, because last time I played it, I got the upgraded Power Star. And you can just skip so much of this crap. This section sucks. It's just so hard.
Oh, is this the point where they can go back and get the Polar Star?
Like,
90
right, no,
is
that's
getting
after
close
core.
to
That's
it.
post-core.
Okay, I don't remember where the core is.
It's
90
the next...
has one. Yeah, 90 is. That's the next boss 90 will be fighting. And then after the core, there's another boss that
I
90
was
will
gonna say,
fight.
I'm pretty sure the last boss, but I don't really count the next boss.
It is a pretty trivial fight.
It
but
is.
It is a boss.
But it is a boss because you do fight it.
I have definitely forgotten so much about this game.
Why aren't you in this race, Roar?
Because I have to moderate blind races or rejects during this time.
See, this is why responsibility should be avoided.
Yes, indeed, I'm learning that mistake. How dare I go run a tournament, me?
I know. We'll teach you yet.
I mean, that's why you have other people to do that for you.
Yeah, but they're not currently. Nobody was responding, so I had to do that one. I figured it was the case is that I would either be commentating and doing this, or because you had the restreaming it, and I would just do the focus on the rejects. Though if Lightning and Maurice never happened.
All right, so 90 did get the booster because he just used that.
Okay.
So but 90 is officially unable to get the best ending now.
Which is sad. Best ending is best. But booster is faster, and it definitely makes the next boss fight, I want to say the word is, it's much cleaner.
Yeah, the best ending requirements are a little convoluted if you've never played it before.
Yeah, but 90 has, so.
Yeah.
All right, I think Neptunia realized that the level 1 machine gun was completely inadequate for this next boss, and so is farming a bunch of little Triforce chips to upgrade. I mean, what are these white things that Nighty is fighting? Are they-
Just, I don't know. I'm gonna say mutated versions of, like, fuzzies from Yoshi's Island. This is actually Yoshi's Island that we're on right now. If you pay attention to the lore, it makes sense.
It would make a lot of sense.
It's like, it really doesn't make terribly too much sense, but it makes enough that, like, you could see it. And that's problematic.
Yeah, you didn't know that Misery is Kamek's daughter?
Okay, first off, Misery is not a turtle. She didn't even look like a turtle.
Doesn't
Not even
matter.
close.
Adoption is a thing.
It's not in the Mushroom Kingdom. Have you seen them?
Wow, Alpha, you're so
They
disrespectful. to
breed
family.
via fungal spores and they all look the same.
This is getting really weird. We have LeSean is
You
now
say
fighting.
that they all look the same to you.
I'm sorry,
Stop.
have you seen Toads recently?
Nep taking him down.
This dragon is moving on to Desert Land. Sean is fighting Balfrog. And this is the area where you can go and get the upgraded Polar Star if you head to the right. Oh no, sorry, it's not there, but that's the same place that it looked like in the beginning of the game, right? I thought he'd already beaten the core for some reason. So now we get to play a fun push the button game. I wonder, oh god, the part that Nighty just did, I wonder how long someone's gonna get stuck on that.
Ooh, yeah.
Like,
Just-
Curly Brace gives you a hint.
Yeah, I mean, it's like abnormality in door number 4.
LeSean wasting a whole cycle there, doesn't hit Balfrog in the mouth at all, so
Hey,
that's
he got like
unfortunate.
one hit in. But not a lot, and is definitely having a hard time with Balfrog. This dragon is fighting Curly, who's using her machine gun on him. Dragon just mashing down with the fireball.
I mean, that's the way you do this fight. You have some games where you fight bosses and you feel like you're just chipping the health away way too slowly. That doesn't happen in this game. In this game, you watch that life bar go down.
Yeah, bosses in this are pretty fast and frantic. Not only in the damage they do to you and the damage that you do to them as well.
You say that, but the boss Nighty is about to fight is not. It is very much
Well, the
not fast and frantic.
Yeah, well, this boss has the unfortunate aspect of turning off their hitbox.
It has to open its eye.
Oh no.
Another thing too is almost every projectile the bosses fire, you can shoot out of the air. So just shooting as fast as possible is just almost always the optimal strat for every fight.
Dragon's starting to catch up to Neptunia.
Yeah, if Dragon figures out this boss faster, and I feel like that might happen. Uh-oh. Looks like we got another race going on.
So, Nighty's about to begin the core fight. Curly Brace has been knocked unconscious. This is another fight that hammering this thing to death with sword and missiles is really nice. But machine gun makes this really safe, so probably see that. As you can see, if you don't pick up the machine gun from Curly Bray, she uses machine gun here instead. But yeah, you can drown in this fight. And it has these little things that also block your missiles too, which sucks. He's trying to hit it with sword. It's too far away, you gotta bring it over on a platform.
Ooh, now he needs to watch his health. Up, the
He
boss
should
blows him
be
away.
okay. I don't know if he can still do the tow cable part here with Curly.
I think he can do the tow cable.
Well, we're gonna find out in a second if he goes and grabs it.
Okay, and LaShawn has got the explosive, so LaShawn will be leaving Grasstown very soon. That'll be a huge relief, I'm sure. What is the trigger to make the tow rope appear?
He may have to not have booster. He didn't talk to Curly. That was weird.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
you can
right,
talk
no,
to Curly
you-
there.
Yeah, you have to have tow cable. And then, oh, I think you can get it in the bottom right-hand corner right now.
No, we got
Oh, the
somebody
tow rope
in,
can't. Okay,
in
someone's
chat
saying it doesn't
you
even
can't
appear.
get it.
Okay. I was thinking that it's like yeah. It's been a while. I haven't played this game without getting Booster 2.0 in like a very, very long time. So I only got Booster 0.8 on my hard mode run, which was the first time I played this game, and then I gave up.
Alright, so 90 is getting very close to the end of the skull now.
Yeah, almost done. So, if you could do me a favor and find someone else that I could pull up on the restream, be it Freeball, or I think Artemis is still playing too.
Yeah, so right now, Freeball's in the desert zone fighting against Taroko, so I would recommend pulling them up next.
Okay.
And Artemis is still in the grass level.
Dragon is fighting the Robo Sand Squid thing. And this part just looks so weird without Curly on you.
And when you lose the audio from 90, Neptunia has some pretty good audio to use.
Okay.
Looks like LaShawn's farming some triangle chips before leaving the zone.
Kind of want to type into chat bubbling or no validation. Because he definitely still has that extra jellyfish juice. As he's navigating through this maze.
Neptunia is having a lot of trouble with the platforming in this, taking a lot of deaths on spikes.
Yeah, the desert is some of the, it's not the hardest platforming, but it is some of the hardest platforming.
Yeah, desert is the area where having machine gun immediately comes in handy because it trivializes just
And
so much of
what
the
is the name of
platforming.
this boss? Ironhead?
I don't
Iron
even
Fin?
know.
Something like that. It's a silly
I
name
don't-
because
I
it's
don't-
got an iron face. But this is a boss.
It is
And
technically a boss.
This is almost certainly a boss. Nighty, use your sword. It does so much more damage. Just like I talked up all about the sword, and he just never used it once.
Nighty used it against the creature X.
Yeah, but like that's he never he didn't really use it past that point. It made me sad.
You got to keep in mind, this is a channel for blind races. You're not going to see a lot of great strats.
But Nighty's played this game before. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Apparently, Ironhead is a reference to Pixel's previous game, Ika-chan.
We've got some Pixel experts here in the chat.
Yeah. Well,
I was also told prior to this race that apparently tomorrow is Pixel's birthday. So we're
Yes.
having this race one day before their birthday.
someone should have tweeted him. Oh no, he didn't do it. Why did Nighty not go get the bubbling? It's a weapon. It's a weapon that shoots bubbles. So something has happened to the egg corridor since the last time you were here. It got exploded hard. And now, while a little bit easier to navigate to the point where, yeah, that white streaky thing isn't going everywhere all the time.
You also can't get to that bottom row.
Yeah, there's also no more, Oh wait, no, is this where you can fight the... Oh no, now is when you fight dragons, I think. I'm trying to remember,
so-
there's definitely a dragon fight in here that's optional.
It's in the room towards the end, and it's tempting because there is the chest is in the middle,
Yeah, it's a missile upgrade.
and it's very difficult to see that there's
Ooh.
another door on the right.
No, you just
Nope,
go through
90.
the door and, yeah. Oh, ooh.
Yep.
That was
90 does
sketchy.
it.
He actually got really lucky. An enemy hit him, so he didn't get wrecked by those spikes.
This reject race that I'm moderating here features a pixelated Arnold staring at you.
That's good.
Like
Okay.
Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I was hoping it was Hey Arnold.
Oh, that would be.
I
that'd
meant
be
to
better.
say Arnold, but I messed up.
Arnold. No, it's There's no R.
It's only Arnold.
Okay, so words light up on the screen. Hatch successful. Who's there? And so Nighty should be finishing very quickly, as long as he picks the right answer here. Or, well, I guess the wrong answer, but the right answer for this goal. And there we go. Nighty has done it.
Yeah, just has to clear
He's
through
gotta
the lines
walk
of dialogue.
out of the outer wall and just say, "Alright, let's go." There you go, GG Nighty. An SRL time of 1:23:54.
So congratulations to Nighty. Of course, Nighty is not blind. So although Nighty does have the win, we're really going to be focused on the other players who are playing this blind, which I
Yeah.
believe is Dragon and Lashawn.
Yes. Okay, so let us change streams. What is Freeball's Twitch stream?
The free ball one.
Okay. This works.
Free ball says that he has gotten the bubbling for you, just for you.
I'm so happy. Okay, we're gonna see. So, because he's playing on the Plus version, he's playing with original graphics. Or no, oh no, wait, no, he's not. Never mind. What am I saying? I thought he said he was gonna do original graphics, but so you get to see the plus version differences. Its sound and obviously the quality. As I adjust his capture a little bit. Okay, Freeball, show. Yeah, he does have the bubbly, and you can see it right there. 90 telling me that it would waste time. Well, yeah, it would waste time. It's out of the way, but it's stupid and silly.
If you're gonna join the race and you're not blind, we anticipate that you're gonna show off swag strats.
Yeah, you're gonna meme at least something. Like I really hope like Freeball, like one of them goes for Booster 2.0. Although Booster 2.0, if you just jump over that and use Machine Gun to clear the pit, it's really easy to just get. I actually checked. There was one other blind race that was an any percent race, and it was that I saw on the SRL page, and it was just like I accidentally got Booster 2.0. These musics are awesome. It's such a good game.
Well, there was a few years back, they had an OC remix album for Cave Story, and I actually downloaded that and put that on a disc so I could listen to that.
Was it the Famarox album?
I don't think so.
Because there was they have 5 soundtracks on the Switch version, and there's a Famarox one that was brand new, and if you bought the physical copy, the CD came with it for that. It was like a mini audio CD.
That's nice.
Oh, he's shooting the bubbling. Look how helpful that is. Thank you, Freeball.
Freeball delivers.
We got Zex spamming the chat with dogs. There's only 2 dogs on screen right now. We need 5. And he's doing the sword strats as well.
I mean, that's what 90 did too.
Yeah.
Here we go. Joel added the 5th dog.
It's so tiny though. Dragon's only a dog, or yeah, it's only a dog behind Neptunia. So he's catching up really quickly. He just had a really bad troll in Grasslands.
Yeah, I think Nep's kind of showing that this, even if you're not blind to the game, it's not an easy game, and you can get lost pretty quickly. All right, so Freeball defeats Monster X without much difficulty. So let's see if Freeball goes for the Booster 2.0.
Nope, straight down into Dr. Booster.
I mean, it was inevitable. Dr. Booster wearing 3D glasses instead of his prescription lenses.
Oh, do you have to equip it? I don't remember that.
Yes.
Maybe you don't have to do that in the Plus version.
Yeah, it throws you off a little
Oh
bit.
no, wait,
at
he's playing the
first,
Plus
too.
version. What am I saying? I just don't remember that.
Yeah, so now Freeball is figuring out that it's a little confusing what the triggers are. I believe the trigger is that you have to get the cure-all, you have to give it to the scientist, and then you have to sleep in the bed in order to trigger Curly Brace leaving.
Yes.
And LeSean has made it to the desert area boss, the first of the two bosses. And has taken a death, apparently. Neptunia's up to 4 dogs. And we'll see which number dog this is that Dragon is taken back. And probably the last dog is the one that's at Curly Brace's house. Probably the most difficult to remember because you got to actually backtrack for that one.
Yeah.
Dragon has lost the level 3 machine gun. That makes this area a lot harder.
Let's see if Neptunia remembers where that last dog is, or even if they know to check there.
Yep, Dragon's only up to 3 dogs. Nope. Freeball's still not spotting that trigger.
He's looking.
I don't know, has Freeball slept in any of the beds yet? Freeball might not remember that that's a thing you can do.
That's a good question.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like Freeball has figured that out while I was away.
Yeah, I guess he had done it when you were saying has he slept in any of the beds, because I didn't see him do that afterwards.
Alright, so that's really the last tricky part of this run. The rest of this should go pretty smoothly.
Yeah, he's got to fight the core. He's got to do the core puzzle. Look how much damage that does. It's just so high. And that's level 1 sword, and that's why it's so good. But anyway, now that I finally had time to grab my Switch because I was in the middle of a Azure Striker Gunvolt boss, the item that you get if you have the level 2 or the what is it called? If you have the spur is the name of the upgraded Polar Star, and you get the
Right.
Whimsical Star. And basically, the stars deal damage and they like fly around you if you have the spur equipped, I believe.
Okay.
Which is
Well,
nifty.
that vaguely sounds familiar, yes. Alright, so Neptunia is moving on to fight Taroko. Lashawn has begun their quest to find the puppies. And I think the dragon is just struggling here to figure out how to get to this last few dogs.
Yep, he's missing 2 dogs, I think? Or maybe just 1.
And I believe, no, I believe he's missing 2. And I think the 2 that he's missing the one in the chest behind the paw block, and it's probably missing the one in Curly Brace's house that you have to talk to the Mimigas in order to trigger the thing that lets you pick them up.
Right.
Which is extremely good game design.
I mean, it's part puzzle game. But you know, the area is not too big. You just kind of end up looking everywhere. You'll be fine.
Ooh, Nighty takes a death, or Freeball takes a death here.
Yeah, this is not an easy section of the game by any stretch, and it's definitely going to be the hardest that they have to actually do. At the very least, they don't have to do Final Cave.
Neptunia is taking a lot of damage in this Taroko fight. So
And Taroko
already
can
down
be
to half health.
really tricky. Because the rocks that she throws can like eat your missiles or attacks. Maybe throwing that, or Freerall throwing that sword around. 15 damage for a level 1 weapon. It's only 18 for the level 2, and it's slower and shorter, so yeah. It and the Nemesis are the best, or better at level 1. Although I'd still say sword level 3 has a place. Especially for an area like this, because it can just hit everything on the screen.
Yeah, it has a really huge hitbox.
Yeah.
Alright, so Neptunia successfully defeats Taroko and collects that sweet, sweet blade. And gets sent to the labyrinth.
Dragon
Sean
is
is
looking
fighting through all these
everywhere.
parakeets.
just looking everywhere for that dog.
I think Dragon recognizes that he needs to get into that tunnel below and just doesn't see the entrance.
Okay, well, they're back in Curly Brace's house. And they found a dog.
But you can't pick up the dog until you talk to the Mimigas.
Let's see if he finds the secret item in here. Although, can you do that yet? I don't remember if you can do that yet.
I don't think you get the secret item in here. I thought you got that secret item later when Curly loses her memory.
Yeah, but no, it's in there. You just have to talk to that one.
That's exactly it.
It's just the one Mimiga. Okay, well, Dragon figures that out.
And Dragon's reward is a dog. +1 good boy.
Dog is the best reward, I mean, just saying.
+1 good boy indeed.
Wait, we have Stay Hydrated bot in our chat?
We have Stay Hydrated bot in our chat. That's how you know we're made it to the big leagues.
Oh, well, I guess I should go consume some water. So I'll be back in a minute.
Thank you, Stay Hydrated bot, a true hero.
Alright, free ball finds the halfway point, takes a quick save. That's a wise decision. And kind of a high five with Neptunia, although Neptunia is just visiting this house for the first time. Oh, here we go. Free ball is going to show us some bubbler strats against these guys. Levels up to the Homan bubbles. And the bubbles shall blot out the sun.
Then we shall fight in the shade.
Alright, so Dragon is still missing one dog, and I'm pretty sure the dog that Dragon is missing is the one that is in some hidden blocks. Oh no, here it is. It's in this dark room. So Dragon just needs to figure out how to navigate. Thankfully, this room has a save point right in it because your odds of getting killed are extremely high because of that little
If
trap.
you don't have the machine gun, that fall is pretty dead face.
Alright, so Dragon cheats the crap out of that room by using the machine gun.
Yeah, but I mean, that's fine. He still falls down and takes the damage he would have if he didn't. I forgot how easy the machine gun makes, like, all of the platforming in this game. But at the same time, for the final area of the game, which requires Booster 2.0, I really enjoy the super tight platforming that you can do if you only have Booster 2.0.
Alright, so that should be Dragon's last good boy, and Dragon will be moving on to the fight against Taroko. And we'll see if Dragon figures out just how incredibly powerful Blade is.
Knowing him, he'll probably use a lot. Just look at all that HP that's over there. That's really convenient for him.
Alright, I haven't seen LaShawn go back to the old lady recently, so I don't know how many puppies LaShawn is up to. Oh, here we go. Here is
life
Neptunia moving on to Monster X.
Getting hit by Monster X. This is a lot of damage. Well, yeah, you
Don't
can see
die,
the
Neptunia.
level 2 blade doesn't do that much more damage than doesn't do that much more damage than level 1 blade. Is lower on range and is shorter. This free ball moves on to fight the core with the cool remake
Ooh,
music.
Neptunia, don't die. You have barely any health left. Alright, Neptunia gets a couple of health pickups, but it's still dangerously low.
Yeah, any hit from Monster X, I believe, will end them. I'm paying
Free
attention
ball
to this
is
fight.
shooting the core.
If you don't have machine gun or booster, your chances of drowning to death are pretty high. Oh boy, the core is not in a great place.
and Neptunia takes a death on Monster X.
I'm honestly expecting that to happen to everyone. It's not an easy boss. And, oh, he ran out of machine gun right as he would have killed the core. Poor Freeball. Oh, but he did it.
I looked for it before the race started. I remember years ago seeing a YouTube video that was, it was a drunk driving PSA, where it was a bunch of kids go drinking at a party, and then they go driving, and then it ends with them crashing, and then it's one of those, you know, oh, think before you drink things. Except for during the party, it's playing the Cave Story boss music, and then when they crash, it just says, "You have died. Would you like to restart?"
Oh my god. Okay, so Neptunia showing off has the level 3 sword, invokes the Spirit of King, and slashing forever. The level 3 sword is actually pretty good against, Lightning, why? Oh, how did that reject race go, if that answers the question as to why Lightning is so
Clown
bad.
car bathroom stalls.
What?
Alright.
Do you like the idea of enemy spawners being bathroom stalls?
Isn't that the
mean,
whole premise of Gauntlet?
Just watching guy after guy come out of a single bathroom stall.
Isn't that the premise of Gauntlet? I'm pretty sure Nico has that right. Okay, there's level 3 Bubbling on Freeball screen. And yeah, and when you release it, all the bubbles shoot, as he just did. I like it. It's a dumb, not great weapon, but it's really fun.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Bubble Bobble.
Is it?
Yeah, because Bubble Bobble had those bubbles that you'd hit and they shoot lightning. So the worst of the run is over for Freeball. Freeball should be making a pretty good move for the last boss, the Ironhead Fish.
Yeah, it's super good for rooms with lots of mooks, and it has a lot of range. Like I like it. It isn't optimal, but it's really nice.
And
Did
Neptunia,
Nisha just
I really like
skip
it.
ahead by getting that dog on accident?
What?
what? Where?
Looks like Lishan grabbed the dog in the did in fact talk to everybody. So I don't know if he grabbed the dog already or he's finding. Okay, never mind. He's already past that point, I think. Don't mind me. I'm way behind on the race. I just got back from watching that reject race.
No,
Yeah, with Sean's stream, I have to keep
They-
refreshing.
They just found a dog.
Okay, so LaShawn, I think that's LaShawn's first dog.
Yes.
And I think Dragon has just gotten the last dog, if I've been watching correctly.
Yeah, Dragon's been done on dogs for a while. I think they died. Because
To
they
Toroko?
somewhere. Because like I don't remember seeing them fight Toroko, but at the same time, like I don't remember seeing them fight Toroko, but I also don't remember seeing them do anything else. Any bad game overs so far?
I mean, there was
Dragon may
that
have just
funny
had
game
one.
over for Dragon where Dragon got the Polar Star, jumped into the first door,
Oh.
died to the Mimic door, and then had to start the entire game over.
Yeah, that was a good death. Pretty much if you're talking about bad game overs, pretty much everyone died on the first set of spikes that we had on the stream.
And then there was Dragon missing the guy shouting "Hey" at him for
Free
about
ball,
15
fighting
minutes.
Iron. Yeah. Oh my god, is Freeball gonna die to Ironhead?
Yeah, Freeball didn't have much health left here.
Oh no. So one thing that is different is that the version that he's playing on does have the but he didn't save it all. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, there was a save point. There's a little house where
Yeah.
you can check on Curly if she's with you.
No, all of these people are heartless, and like they're not flying, so like they should just skip booster, even though getting booster is definitely faster for this goal. Because you know, booster level 2 is used for a corridor. As Dragon is moving on to fight Taroko, and I think Neptunia is just farming to try to get anything to deal with Monster X. Although currently sitting at 1 HP, I could very much understand why.
Booster
Or did
2
they
is
just get
really
the
good for
cure-all?
Hell.
No, they just got the cure-all, I think.
Yes. Lightning pointing out, Booster 2 is really good for Hell, yes, because without it, you can't get to Hell. So by definition, it is very good. Alright, so Dragon's onto the Taroko fight.
Okay, definitely gave the cure-all away, and I think that's just the only trigger that's needed, maybe, but she might be gone the next time you enter the room. We'll find out in a second from Neptunia's screen. Machine gun also helps a lot for the Taroko fight because you can jump over her, like, at all.
Free ball skipping that save point again. Feeling really confident that he's got a level 3 bubbling and that's good enough.
Oh, Dragon. Getting low on health. Barely dodging that.
Yeah, Dragon, for whatever
Oh.
reason, not getting close to Taroko.
Got him, though. Alright. So, we have Iron Head again. Is not being able to stay behind Iron Head long enough to match that blade. The blade, you can only have one out on the screen, but it resets the second it hits an enemy. So, yeah, there you go. 255 damage in a single, like, just cycle. I'm pretty sure if you get everything right, you can one-cycle him, but I could be wrong there.
Doesn't matter. Gets
Free
the
Ball is
kill.
not blind. Neptunia is not blind. Dragon C0 and Lashawn are both blind.
Yeah, we had a couple of people who aren't blind join the race, and that's because this is Cave Story, and you can't resist racing Cave Story when you get the chance.
I mean, like, I'd race it. I would have played it again. I'd have to find... Maybe I'd play the 3DS version. Just not stream that. Oh, that's probably different enough that it probably is a totally different category. Probably couldn't use that one. This Free Ball enters the final area.
Alright, Tunia is whittling down Monster X.
No, instead, Lightning, you played Clown Car Reject Race, apparently.
Alright, Neptunia's doing pretty good on this fight, just needs to be careful.
Yeah, you can see how much slower the damage is racking up with the level 2 blade. And the level 3 blade helps because it like clears all of these bullets on the screen the second they spawn. And oh, gets run over.
Yeah, you try
Where's-
to avoid treads when they're coming at you.
Dragon is in the labyrinth. And did not ascend that room?
Oh, yeah, I had to, because it already has the door open. Ascended it so quickly.
Oh, right. Yeah, I just wasn't looking. I was just like, I forgot that you have to open the door up there. Oh,
So we-
oh, Dragon!
The dragon gets smushed for 100 points of damage. The dragon saved after hitting the switch, so it doesn't even have to climb the room anymore.
I really do want to see if any of these players that are left in the labyrinth go and just skip booster because they don't know.
It's possible.
It's
but like
I really want to see it.
But
So
like I
anyway,
said before, I think that the event triggers for Curly Brace are more likely.
so what Artemis Hunt? What is Artemis Hunt stream? Because we're ending.
It's Artemis of TH Hunt. So it's Artemis of the Hunt, but no E in the.
Okay, and I'll get that ready to go right after Freeball ends up finishing.
Which should be very
Is Freeball
soon.
gonna fight the dragons? Is he gonna do it? He's thinking about it. Oh, he did it!
I mean, you might not realize that other hole is a door.
So, we get to fight these dragons. They're only vulnerable in their mouths. And just dies instantly. I think he was thinking, like, do I have to get this chest to get out of the door?
Yeah, you don't.
Is Neptunia taking attempt like 4 at Monster X? Monster X is hard.
So yeah, that's absolutely no criticism of Neptunia's ability.
Yeah.
This is a difficult boss.
They do have lower max HP than a lot of the other, like, Dragon's sitting on like 41. Did I just see that?
Yeah, Dragon has been collecting every upgrade.
So yeah,
find.
unlike Neptunia, who can barely take 2 hits from Monster X, Dragon can take 4.
Although that doesn't matter because Neptunia finally gets the kill.
Finally gets the clear.
And is going to be very happy to see that save point in the next room. So we're going to see if Neptunia goes and talks to Dr. Booster, or if Neptunia just passes through that next door, hoping that this race is going to be over soon.
Make you the wise decision, just go straight for the save point.
And Neptunia gets the booster 0.8.
Aw.
Doesn't even get the release version.
Because he never finished it because he was busy dying.
Neptunia sees this giant plasma ball with a time, or Freeball sees the plasma thing with a timer and just runs away wisely.
Isn't it that, like, if you don't go talk to Dr. Booster, he doesn't die because he's too determined to give you the booster?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happens. Freeball makes his way over. He's getting there.
Yeah, Freeball's real close now.
He's got this dragon fight again if he decides to do it.
So you don't need to fight these dragons, just need to go
He
through that
wants to
other door.
fight him.
Now another thing is if you shoot the dragons, they bite their tongues and they can't hit you.
Yeah. So you can just kind of stand here and do this, like, the entire time, and you're safe. It's slow and there's definitely faster ways to shoot them, but you just have to use higher damage weapons other than the machine gun. It's adorable.
Freeball making good use of that booster to dodge the flames.
Yeah, you can shoot the flames too. No, free ball obviously not caring about our endangered dragon populations.
I mean, all the dragons attack him on sight. The dragons have
Endangered. Oh man, this is close. And this is just for a missile upgrade. And gets them.
And they crash into the middle and explode in a fiery burst. It might be the reason why the dragons are endangered,
Yeah, all
because
the
they explode every time something happens to them.
All the spikes disappear. Now he sees the exit. He's got a save an additional save point there, so that's at least nice.
Alright, passing egg number 1.
And makes it all the way to the goal. Going to the wrong room first.
The right room. Save your game. I mean, if you're rusty on the game and you don't know what's in there, it's a good idea to save, just in case it's another boss.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the end goal.
So we should be seeing a done from Freeball very shortly.
So I haven't been paying attention, so I don't know where Dragon C0's progress is, and LeSean is still looking for more dogs.
Freeball makes the correct choice, bails on this island, and gets out of here. So, of course, Freeball not blind to the game, completing it. Our blind players are doing pretty well. They're on a good pace to finish in 3 hours.
They are doing pretty good. You want the end of a quote in curly boys flying on Balrog. You're not gonna get that unless one of them skips, no, that's the true ending, right? Yeah, that is the true ending.
Yeah, that's right, because to get Curly Brace,
Because
you have to go to
Balrog
hell.
saves you, and then says he'll take you anywhere you want to go. Yeah, so,
Nice.
well, alright, so let's get another stream up here.
Yeah, get Artemis up. Artemis is in the desert zone. I think that Artemis is getting ready to fight the desert monster, the first boss.
It's Artemis of TH Hunt.
That's correct.
Alright, hope I'm right. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, let me just recapture them a little bit. Oh man, they got a nice smooth stream. You know what? I don't have to do any work. The capture is the same. Most excellent. Oh boy. Okay, got it in there. Alright, and then I'm gonna switch over to Neptunia for sound.
Yeah, Neptunia's sound is pretty loud.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Good. Turn them down.
So it looks like LeSean and Artemis are pretty close to each other right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. LeSean is up to 3 dogs, and I think Artemis is still working on fighting the first boss of the Sand Zone.
And Dragon is somewhere in the labyrinth. Oh, that's a pretty nasty game over that, or was that a teleport? Oh, wait. Where'd that teleporter? Oh, I see. I see what happened there.
Yeah, Neptunia took the teleporter back and got the turbocharger. Skipped that the first time.
Okay, that's nice. As Dragon is standing, like, next to Monster X. Probably thinks it's nuts. He's trying to kill it. He's like, this is a monster.
It is. It's a Monster X. Alright, so we're gonna see how Dragon does
Oh, I
against the Monster X.
I forgot to do 2 things here. I forgot to change its name.
Dragon X
Go.
shoots so much at Monster X while it's moving and invulnerable that he runs out of ammo for when it actually becomes vulnerable.
Okay, has switched to the sword. He's not... Definitely has never fought Monster X before. But yeah, this is where you can see how nice the level 3 sword is to kind of have for this part right here. Oh, and unfortunately it's not chasing because it's shooting.
Yeah, it still hasn't spotted the pattern that it stops to shoot.
It's trying to kill the treads or something.
Yeah, still hasn't figured out that it opens up. There we go.
Well, he just sees it, so let's see if he does anything about it.
Nope, can't shoot through all of those projectiles. Alright, looks like LeSean has picked up dog number 4. Alright.
Okay, Dragon figuring out how to damage this, and you can see that that 40 health is, you know, helping him out a little bit with surviving. We're gonna see how Neptunia does when they get to the core. Because they have the lowest health by far of any of the runners that made it to the core.
On the other hand, I'm very sure that Neptunia's not blind, so at least Neptunia's going into this knowing what's coming.
This is true. Okay, Dragon figuring out that it's not just shooting into the middle that matters, you have to shoot the green things. And gets run over.
Yeah, that's always bad for your health.
As somebody who's been run over multiple times, can confirm.
You
That's...
should see a doctor about that. And it looks like Dragon already took care of Curly and did find the map module.
It keeps opening that map. Map buffering.
That is definitely a technique we use when we play LADX. Because that is a four frame pause. Whereas start is 1 frame, so sometimes you want to do maps.
Okay, Neptunia is having a little bit of difficulty finding this boss's weak point on the core.
I will be right back.
There we go. Neptunia now doing some damage. Oh, Neptunia takes another death on the core. And that's really annoying because now Neptunia's got to go through all this crap with the computers again.
Oh man, they should have went back to save. Freeball expressing displeasure in the chat about how useless Booster 0.8 is compared to Booster 2.0.
It really is.
It's so crappy, and like Machine Gun is better at movement than Booster 0.8.
Especially because the machine gun also kills things under you doing double duty.
Yeah.
Oh, Artemis is fighting this desert boss, but using only the level 1 machine gun. Was struggling a bit to get upgrades to this machine gun, I think.
Oof. Gets stomped on.
Gets dunked on. Alright, so I think Dragon is going to have a much easier time of this fight now that he has the gist of an idea of how this fight works. There we go. Just
Yeah, and then
spam
using level 3
sword.
sword is just hitting everything there. At least I think it is.
Oh, gets run over by a tread again.
Yeah, there's a little hopping thing that you can do if you just like pop between the 2 treads. You can keep Monster X really from moving at all.
Alright. I think Dragon didn't really have a strategy in mind when it opened up that time.
Yeah, he's having problems staying like underneath it. Whereas Neptunia having a much better core fight this time. And I see a strategy now is to just get in the face of the part of Monster X that's vulnerable and mash as many missiles into it as possible.
That's a
Which is
very
a
good
thing
strat.
that does. That works. He's only got one of them left. That extra health being there. It's nice. Oh, I thought he killed that. Alright, but he's got one left and gets the last one.
Alright, so now it's on to the part where you actually deal direct damage to the boss.
You can do it, Dragon. Believe.
Yeah, really, that's the only thing Cave Story hasn't done yet is a rhythm game. You gotta believe.
And this is where level 3 Blade is really helpful in this fight, because all of these things that fly around you and make this phase annoying, they all get cleaned up just by level 3 Blade being out.
Yeah, Dragon just seems to be switching weapons just sort of at random through this fight. I'm not really sure that he has a good strategy of what works.
I think he's trying to keep his levels all at max level, because he's convinced that makes them stronger, which is true of almost all of them. Oh, so close. Takes another death
Takes a
to Monster
Yep.
X.
Now, one of the things that the players, I don't think any of our players have used the healing item. Using that healing item could have helped Dragon defeat Monster X.
Oh, but then what are they gonna do on Balos? I mean, they
don't
can't
think
get
that's
to
gonna
him
be an
because
issue.
they've all used booster.
That is a serious problem with a lot of games like this. You go into it blind and you don't know. They give you an item like you can only use this once. You never want to use it because you always think, well, maybe the next fight would be better, and then the next fight would be better, and then you end the game and you have like 37 elixirs and you never used a single one because you were always waiting for that fight where you.
Yeah, I've recently
That's
like
why I
stopped doing that.
decided. Exactly. I just decided recently that, or a while back actually, that Idamancy is just the way to go.
I mean, like, there was a point where it basically just became, I'm gonna use these items or I have to grind. And I decided that I hated grinding so much that I was going to just figure out how to defeat things even if it felt cheaper. But at the same time, it also felt more rewarding because I should not have been able to kill that boss, in at least my mind. Although with this one, I think there is a way to get a new life pot or like a different life pot.
I think you can refresh it somehow.
I thought you go back and do something with the jellyfish to get it.
What? I don't know.
No, I might be wrong. I mean, I'm probably horribly wrong. I haven't played this forever.
I don't know that the jellyfish have anything to do with it. Although they make you collect jellyfish jelly for enough of those that I mean, it's always possible.
Yeah, I mean, also something I checked when I was looking at the Switch version, you can carry as much jellyfish jelly as you want, because I had 2 in my inventory and nothing to use it on.
Wow.
We
We
need to
ruined
get
the whole
multiple
one at a time.
bubbling.
Let's see.
Dragon running away
Oh,
from the boss. You
the
can't
way-
hit the boss if you run away.
So, immediately before the final cave, there is a dog that will give you another life pot if you haven't used it, or if you used it or never got it in the first
Okay.
place. Along with a life capsule, which is the only life capsule that exists in hard mode. So, you know, when you go enter Balos' lair, you can have 6 health instead of 3.
Alright, Neptunia making this last spike corridor before fighting Ironhead.
Those Artemis smashes, though.
Yeah, Artemis is doing okay against this boss. Manages to get it halfway down, but then seems always to get stomped and takes like 10,000 points of damage. But be careful there, Neptunia. You don't want to die.
This Neptunia is onto the last required boss of the race. Oh, don't get hit by Ironhead.
Now, your machine gun ammo, does it regenerate when it's on your offhand?
It,
or when it's not
it always
active?
regenerates. Ammunition is always regenerating for every item except the missiles.
Okay.
Well, the other weapons don't have ammo.
Well, Bubbling and Machine Gun do.
Or does Bubbling?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really hard to use all of your Bubbling ammo if you're, depending on what level you're on, but Bubbling has ammo.
Okay, and Artemis gets the kill on the desert boss, so Artemis can move on to the puppy collecting phase. Neptunia is wisely taking a save before going into the New Egg corridor because you can die there, and it doesn't have an abundance of save points. All right, come on. Yep, Dragon gets the kill
Dragon
on Monster X.
Does kill Monster X. That
We're
was
very proud of you.
definitely one of the harder bosses on my blind playthrough. But Sean is
Neptunia
just looking
collects the
everywhere for this
map.
last dog. That map will be very helpful to tell them that their goal is in a straight line. Okay, Dragon, jump over the pit, jump over the pit. Oh man, he might actually do it.
I think he'll go down. Yep.
Ah!
Come on, you see a scientist drop down, the first thing you're going to say is, I want to talk to him. I don't want there to be an event trigger there that I skip and I have to come back, you know,
I
two
was
screens
hoping.
later. Ooh, Neptunia's taking a ton of damage here.
This gauntlet isn't the easiest. Dragon, you didn't equip it. You didn't equip it, Dragon. Dragon!
There we go. Dragon finds the menu.
No, he opened it and then just closed it. Now he
There
gets
we
it.
go.
He gets it.
And now Dragon's checking to see if there's any other items that he could equip that he has.
Well, he figured out that what the life pod was.
So if Dragon is smart and uses that to defeat the core on the first try, that'll be useful.
Cthulhu's Abode, question mark.
Careful there, Artemis. Don't get eaten by the giant dragon skulls.
I always thought they were crocodiles. That made more sense to me.
That dragon died. A giant spike just impaled it.
Sure did.
Alright, so Dragon has figured out the correct triggers to move on to the next area, so that's going to be a big relief.
Didn't need to get the booster. I definitely, if I was racing, I definitely would have skipped booster turboing. I just hate it so much.
Alright, Neptunia doesn't have a whole lot of health here. So Neptunia needs to be careful. Oh, don't get... Alright, Neptunia dodges that giant
Yeah,
falling
very,
spike.
very closely.
So is Neptunia
Now,
going to fight
let's-
the sisters? Almost certainly. There's
Yeah.
no way Neptunia's not going to grab that chest.
Yeah. Nighty being the only person to remember that that fight was optional of the people who weren't blind, although maybe NES also, but no idea where NES is.
Yep, and we won't be able to find out because NES is not streaming.
Yeah, you can just go through the door. I didn't really ever think about it either until I watched one of the GQ speedruns of this game. I never really thought that you could just walk past it. I always just fought them. Yeah,
Oh.
the door is there and it's open.
Neptunia wasting that boss, just firing 50 missiles into their face.
Yeah.
Is rewarded with a save point.
Yeah, no one would ever think of that on the first turn, first try, because like that door is right there. And so you think you have to open the chest to get to the door, but if you look from the outside, the door is blocked.
Where are you going, Neptunia?
Where are you going? As
Let's see,
dragons
maybe
fighting
get through the door.
Balrog.
Maybe Neptunia couldn't remember if they saved and they were just double checking.
That's a solid plan.
Wait, didn't Dragon already kill Balrog?
I lost to him.
Yeah. Using that lingering level 3 sword.
Okay, there we go. Alright, Neptunia should be finishing any second
I
now.
think that's LaShawn's last dog that's been running down here that he's been, like, unable to find for the past hour.
That'll be good. Getting that dog will
He's
let
just standing there
No,
waiting for it to run back.
but gets it anyway.
Just like over there is garbage, I'm not going there. As
Will
which one of these
Neptunia
people
choose the right answer?
still has good audio?
And the paste bin did tell them that mashing buttons is okay because it highlights the correct answer.
Yeah, you can always.
Reload your save.
Well, you can also just say yes and just ignore him and leave. Like,
I don't think you can say yes and ignore him. I think if you say yes, he won't let you walk past him.
maybe. It might just be. It could also be a version difference. I don't actually remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you say yes, you have to. He won't let you continue past him. All right, so there's Neptunia. Neptunia should be done in any second now. And There's the dot done from Neptunia with a time of 2:25.
All right. So Neptunius, who can I get audio from now?
I think you can get audio from. Let me check real quick.
Because I
I
don't
think LaShawn's audio is good.
believe Dragon isn't talking.
Oh, Dragon is probably cussing up a storm right now.
All right. The end. Question mark. All right. Where did I put this? Here we go. Let's just drag you and put you right up there. Yeah.
All right, Artemis has begun the dog collection. And I think LaShawn is moving on to fight Taroko.
Let's go mute that and unmute this guy.
So I don't think that Artemis has figured out yet that the machine gun can be used to hover. I mean, when you think about it, it's not an obvious thing. That you
It
would be able
isn't
to
that
do
obvious, but for some reason I remember like discovering it really quickly, as the rest of the racers have. Although, for the most part of the 6 we've shown, 3 of them have played the game.
Yeah, which is fine for casual races. I mean, if you're interested in joining, the main thing about
Join
these
the
is that they're
races.
not- like they are. Then we do mostly focus on the blind racing, but it's okay for people to join in because all SRL races are public. But basically, people who it's still unpracticed speed runs either way, basically.
Yeah, we generally don't have a problem with people joining and farming races because
I
there's
mean-
no prizes associated with it. Now, if you're doing tournament races and you're playing games that you're not blind to, then people might frown upon that. We're pretty laid back. We're just looking for people who want to play with us. That's what we're really looking for.
I mean, if like the only other game I have in this pool that I think has any other interest gets drawn, so I'd have games for the 5th week in the row that are by me apparently.
Then we
I'd
take
race
you out
that, but
back
I'd
and
do
shoot you
a
for
longer
rigging
goal.
everything.
What?
So then we take you out back and shoot you for rigging everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone wanted to play Cave Story and Suicide Salaryman and
Hey, no, I
Jank
mean they've been
Tomb.
good turnouts. So
these have been good games. Like I put those in because I wanted to play them. Like Goof Troop
except
too.
I think Cave Story didn't have that many people. I had one interested person on it.
Oh damn! Just good luck then. All right. Well, the other one I put in was LADX Beat Dungeon 2 for a blind. I hope that wins because I'll just brace
We'll
Dragon in any percent no wrong warp out of bounds instead.
We need to get Saiho involved because I think Saiho may actually be blind.
So I was blind to everything. He was blind to Mario 3 and then went on a rant about how bad it was. Which is the greatest conversation I think that has ever happened in one of our blind chats.
Ooh. I've been
All
lazy and watching off the Mystery Funhouse, so I'm way behind on my reactions. So, Artemis or Neptunia finally finishing. No, I'm kidding. We're not that far behind.
You know, there's just tasteful art there now, which is the 3DS box art.
Heck yeah.
All right, so Artemis is making their way back with one of the dogs. How many dogs is this? Is this the second dog?
So, how far is Dragon C now? He's just got a
Dragon has the core and Ironhead and Egg Corridor 2 left.
Okay.
So Dragon's still got some race left. Dragon should be able to finish in under 3 hours, but it'll be a little tight now.
Monster X is definitely the turning point of this match.
Monster
once you
X
get through
is
Master
definitely
X,
the...
you're
Yeah.
just basically linear and going through.
Well, Monster X makes sense for being a turning point. What didn't make sense for a turning point being not realizing that when a guy yells "hey" at you, that you should walk over and talk to him.
Yeah, like they... Dragon lost like 20 minutes to that. They may have been able to beat Neptunia had they not done that. Like, cause there was just a dude screaming "Hey," and he just didn't go there. But I think that they should have no problem finishing before 3 hours is up because of how carefully they're taking this section in the labyrinth.
Oh, and Jol asking in chat, roulette time. I think we'll probably do roulette at maybe the 3 hour mark, because I think by then Dragon should be done.
Yeah, I'll probably do the roulette after Dragon wins.
And then we might do a raid on one of the other players, because I don't know if we're going to keep this up after the 3 hour mark.
No, just someone have their reject race, and then we'll just raid ourselves. I
Is
can't
that a
because
thing?
Saiho's drunk at a festival right now, so he's doing what I want to be doing instead of doing the reject race.
Well, maybe you should go get drunk at a festival.
Well, there's no festivals near me to go get drunk at.
A shame.
So for MT13, are you going to submit that drinking game that you had to play?
Oh my god. I really didn't think that was bad, though. Like, I thought it was fine.
I just can't wait for MT13 Alpha to make top 8 again and have something else come up.
Yeah, maybe. I'll just kill Exuno instead. It'll be easier. Okay, so
Alright.
Dragon got the turbocharger this time.
Nice. Checking to make sure that they don't have to
Turbocharge increases the rate which machine gun ammo replenishes. Oh god, he has no idea where he is. He never went in here. He might lose some time. Oh boy.
No, I think the Dragon might know what this area is. I think Dragon will figure it out.
He doesn't know right now. I think he... Oh god!
Oh, come on, Dragon!
Come on, man!
Alright,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Dragon recognizes that that's an area that they've already been to. And LeSean is fighting Taroko. Has found a good strategy here. As long as LeSean stays here, just shoot these blocks. Oh, no, Taroko moved. Never mind, finishes the fight.
Okay, so Dragon fighting these cloud things. Don't
This
go up the
looks
jet
like-
stream, please? I was really concerned they were gonna go up that jet stream.
It looks like Artemis has found the third dog. So Artemis is making steady progress through the desert zone.
LeSean got the blade. Beat Taroko, which means we get very happily the labyrinth music. It's good.
So LeSean makes it to Labyrinth I. The I is for incredible. So let's see if LeSean uses the machine gun to just fly up this column effortlessly.
Sure is looking like it. Yeah, this is pretty hard without the machine gun.
Yeah, especially because these monsters are in really inconvenient places.
Okay. Dragon. Okay. I think he got that accidentally.
Hey, whatever works.
Whatever works. He was definitely just shooting around to see if there was something. He's still shooting it!
Well, they opened one door by shooting it. Why not a second door?
Well, he sees a second computer.
Try shooting. There we go.
Yeah.
Figures out this difficult puzzle.
This really isn't that bad.
Alright, so Artemis is up to 3 dogs out of 5. So Artemis is making progress through this area.
Definitely going pretty fast through it.
There we go. LeSean gets another life capsule.
And LeSean going to push the button.
Oh, there we go. Artemis has figured out machine gun hover. So make this area way easier to navigate.
Machine gun really does make a lot of the game easier.
Of course, it's
Dragon
also one of the reasons why you would always get it until you have to like read a walkthrough that reminds you that you can get something else from it.
Yeah, and even then, it's still better than the majority of the options. The Spur just doing a lot of damage and is probably useful against like hard mode Valos because of like piercing lasers or something. Though I have no idea how you can even like win that fight, period. I'll have to watch a video.
Get good. Get good. That's all there is to it.
Because the regular speedrun just gets in his hitbox and just wails on him with the sword.
Okay, so Dragon is fighting the core now. Has the core halfway down.
And not really having any problems with the core.
Yeah, as long as you've got upgraded weapons, it's not too bad.
I mean, this fight sucks when you don't have booster or oh, that
Machine
20
gun.
damage hurt. If you don't have booster or machine gun, this fight can be scary because if you get knocked in a weird location, it's really easy to drown.
Uh-oh. Looks like Dragon has powered down the machine gun. That's going to make this a little more difficult. It's making good use of the missile launcher. There we go. Takes it out.
First try too. Congratulations to Dragon.
Seemingly avoiding hearts the whole time, though. It's like,
Yeah, it
man,
really did seem like he didn't want to move forward to get those hearts.
Well, that did work.
I get being scared of damage, but I mean, whatever works.
Well, that did work to Dragon's advantage because if you're aggressive and you push to the right, the boss will move right. And so when it gets to about the halfway point where it pushes you back with the current, then it pushes you all the way back to the left. Whereas if the boss is already on the left, you just can shoot it a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And now here's where Dragon realizes that they're about to drown.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to die, Mr. Bond. Artemis claims puppy number 4.
Artemis really like trucking through these puppies.
Yeah, it seemed like Artemis had some difficulty with execution in some places, but this puppy puzzle is not posing too much trouble. Although Artemis may still have the puppy you've got to talk to NPCs for, and that one's a little bit obscure.
I know that they saw that dog. The dragon's like, error. What do you think is gonna happen to a computer that's underwater, Dragon? It doesn't work. Chest Puppy is a good surprise.
Were you blind to the game, Neptunia? Seems like you must have played it at least once before.
Oh no. They pushed escape.
Who?
Artemis.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. Maybe they just needed a quick breather. Go get some lunch. Alright, Artemis has the mouse on the screen strats. Okay, so Artemis correctly Artemis recognizes that they need to get that puppy. But how long will it take them to realize that they have to talk to the Amigas to do that? Attempts to subdue the dog with bullets. That doesn't work.
Will he find? Although I guess he can't. Actually, I'm gonna look to see if they can find that item.
It's not here. It's later in the game when they go to the other village. That's where you get the item that you're thinking of. Oh no, Artemis is leaving. Nope. Artemis needs to talk to all of those people. Yeah, the item you're thinking of, you get in the Mimiga Guard.
I think you're thinking of a different item.
Are we?
Because I just double checked and no, you can get it in there. If they use the map system, they could see it.
Huh.
What item are you thinking of?
I don't know. What item am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Wavy symbol.
Are you thinking of the...
The brace thing.
No, not that. Not Curly Brace. She's Curly Brace.
No, it's like the Iron Brace or something.
Yeah,
it's called.
no, that requires you to do Booster 2.0. No. The item I'm thinking of is the item that lets you play Curly Story. Why are you trying to die?
Who?
Artemis. Like,
Uh,
there is nothing that they are trying to do other than die right now. Unless they're trying to
Maybe-
warp all the way back to the right?
no, because Artemis saved in the room with the dog. Maybe Artemis correctly recognizes they need to get to that room. They just don't feel like climbing this corridor, and that they're so lazy about it that they'd rather spend 15 minutes dying than
I
2 minutes
just
climbing.
rather die. Alright, as Dragon is
Dying
making...
rather than climbing that room, I can't blame them. I hated that room.
All right, okay, here we go. Artemis is talking to NPCs. That's good.
No,
That's
just the
good.
next one. Just the next one. Yes!
There we go. Now goes and talks to the dog.
I don't know if you have to talk to that, Oh, Dragon took a whole bunch of damage before entering Ironhead.
Yeah, and that's gonna suck because now his machine gun is pretty lame.
At least there's the tiny fish, but like...
There we go. Gets the level 3 machine gun. For whatever reason, is
Use
not
your
shooting the
sword.
boss.
Use your sword, Dragon! Maybe he thinks it's an auto-scroll? He's not paying
There's a-
attention?
He might be going for upgrades, missiles, and health.
I mean,
and all
he's
that
probably
stuff.
going for some upgrades right now and like some health, because it's sketchy as hell, like this whole thing.
Like, he might be thinking that attacking the boss equals a worse attack pattern, so hold off until the health is gained, which isn't a bad assumption.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, there hasn't been a boss in this game so far that has done that, other than the two-phase Monster X.
Come on, dragon!
Shoot the target. The only, there's only, actually all of the bosses are in that, like, final boss rush, and Balos is 3 forms, but
Dragon living up to his namesake and dragging out this fight.
damn, son, that's savage.
Yeah, Nico took the gloves off today.
I'm clipping that and putting that in the LADX memes channel. that's gotta go there.
Alright, so Dragon is ever so slowly whittling this boss down.
I don't think I've ever seen Ironhead for this long, ever.
Alright, finally gets behind the boss and actually does damage.
Oh my
to
god.
it.
Almost. Kill the windfish. He did it.
Alright.
Ah. Okay, only final egg corridor left.
And it stops to kill the goofy looking fish.
Kill the stupid eggfish.
There really is just no reason for that.
You do get an achievement apparently in the Steam version
Yeah, for not
killing
killing
that
it.
fish.
For killing it after you come back from Ironhead.
Ah.
Or not killing it either time you visit that room, like, intentionally. Oh, wait. Oh, no, he probably doesn't have any leftover jelly. Trying to find where anyone is. Everyone here is dead except for Jack? Did Jack die? I don't think so. No, he's in prison right now.
Alright, gets the instruction to go to the egg corridor. Artemis has made it to the boss of the desert region, having found all of the dogs. And now we get to watch LeSean take a whack at Monster X. And this might be the last chance on this restream we have for Alpha's dream to come true of somebody getting the Booster 2.0 completely by accident.
I want it to happen.
Of course, for that to happen, they have to defeat Monster X. And right now, it's not
Yeah, they
going
have to
too
defeat
well.
Monster X before Dragon finishes Egg Corridor 2.
What'll be interesting is to see if Dragon fights the sisters as well.
Well,
Almost
he's
certainly.
blind, so almost certainly. I really thought that LeSean died in that. I couldn't see anything.
No, LeSean has a chunk of health left.
Yeah, no, they picked it all up after killing the stuff. Okay, using the sword to their advantage. Stop upgrading it! Oh, slipping off. Can only take one more hit from the treads. Why are you using the machine gun? Okay, wait, did you get it? Oh god.
Alright, so LeSean is on to the last phase of the boss.
Dragon gets crushed by in Cthulhu's abode. Oh, poor LeSean.
Careful, LeSean. No, too late. Alright, well, the good news is now LeSean knows how the fight works, so that should go a little bit better for them. Alright, Dragon is just plowing through this corridor now. I think Dragon probably realizes that this is extremely close to the goal. Oh, be careful, Artemis. Artemis avoids instant death spikes by using the hitbox. And I don't think Artemis recognizes that there is... Oh, wait, nope, maybe he does. All right, I think Artemis remembers that there's a save point over here. Good. All right, so Artemis got the save point. So now can try this boss as many times as they want.
Looks like Li Shan is gearing up before taking on Monster X.
Yep, that's wise to do. And clear out these monsters, too, because these are obnoxious. Dragon is up to the halfway point of the egg corridor. Just ignores his plasma creature, just runs right on by. Just the correct decision to make. All right, it's on egg number 6 out of 16. All right, it's up to egg number 5.
Alright, egg number 4. Just dodging the falling spikes.
Which is a wise decision. Alright, Lisan is trying to fight Monster X. That hail of purple, whatever those things are that it's shooting,
X's.
takes. It's all X's.
I mean, like, they're X's of some kind.
Yep, here we go. Dragon fighting the dragons.
Maybe they're pluses.
No. Who puts a plus on a treasure map? No one.
I mean, it's not like you own a Plus Box 360, do you, Roar?
I do.
That's... You should see the police about that.
It's better than an Xbox 360.
Oh, Dragon has
No,
one
that's not
point.
fair. The Xbox 360 was actually pretty good. It's the Xbox One that's the problem.
I'm gonna go buy
Dragon
one of
has
those
1
Duke
point of
controllers
health.
on Monday.
The Duke.
Yeah, I really liked them. They were comfortable, and they have 6 buttons in a manner that makes playing N64 games on a PC not suck.
Oh,
free
they
ball-
do.
Freeball has a question in chat. Why is Monster X a cat when it dies? It's actually Monster X is a cat both when it's alive and dead at the same time. But as long as it's in the machine, you don't know the state of the cat.
I see.
It's only after you defeat the cat that it collapses into either an alive or a dead state. Okay, LaShawn using that level 3 sword to good effect just wastes everything.
Yeah, it definitely protects you during the second phase of the fight a lot, but the level 2 sword and the level 1 sword protect you by murdering the hell out of Monster X.
All right, LaShawn's real close, just has to
Don't
not
get run
hit
over.
by those treads. So those treads will be fatal.
Okay, barely. That was really close.
That was one sketchy fight there, but manages to defeat Monster
Let's
X.
see.
So hopefully they go to the right and get the save point and don't try to go left. No, don't go left. Don't go left. No, don't go left. What are you doing? No, don't go left. Don't go left. Don't go left.
Why would anyone ever go left? Doesn't make any
because
sense.
because you think there's another boss in the next room that's going to kill you with your measly 4 hit points.
Now this game doesn't have that. Like, they would have known that kind of game design so far. Oh, you know what? He only has level 2 machine gun. Chances of him skipping are not high.
They weren't going to skip it anyways.
Oh, damn! Nah, the second they hit anything, they couldn't make it anymore. Okay, Dragon making it past this corridor that's killed him. Died to the sisters.
The only way to cross that room without the booster or the machine gun is there's a little red pedal on the left ledge, and that's the signal that shows you where you got to jump.
Yeah, that's the jump. And you can still ascend the room without talking to Dr. Booster. Some people don't realize that they don't actually have to talk to him to make it back up.
I mean, that's the way you're intended to play.
Are you sure that oh yeah, I guess that red pill makes sense. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
they
remember.
they give you indications. No,
Yeah,
I
because
I
I
just went for it,
remember
yeah.
when I was learning to get the good ending for this, that was the clue that I used, was that red petal.
That's probably there intentionally for that reason, because there's no other part in the game I remember that looks anything like that.
All right, so inexplicably, LeSean goes back into Labyrinth W. The W is for wonderful.
Well, there was a door that maybe he couldn't get to, or maybe he's just farming up the weapon ammo before entering the next room.
Almost certainly ammo. I think it's almost certainly ammo.
Yeah, because he needs more missiles, he wants more power.
Well, if he talks to the health restorer, he'll get full missiles.
Oh, and at some point, a little bit ago, NES Kamikaze finished.
Oh, congratulations to NES Kamikaze.
His comment was, the end.
So you need to check with him to see if it was as mediocre as he remembers.
Did in fact ask him if it was as just okay as he remembered. Dragon fighting with this level 3 blade. This is actually going pretty well for him this time.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you hit the dragons before they can shoot fire, they just don't do anything.
And because of the level 3 blade's coverage, it really protects you from these damageable fireballs. And gets them.
Nice. Both dragons fighting each other.
C0 dragons.
All right. Why is LeSean going all the way back?
I don't know.
Unless this is just an extended farming session that's gone out of hand.
Okay, Dragon sees the exit. Well, conveniently they didn't actually ever help Curly Brace, so it doesn't matter. Dragon is almost there.
There we go. Makes way through the door. Inexplicably takes the bottom path.
Well, I mean, to be fair, what else are you looking at there, really?
LeSean, where the hell are you going? There was a door!
He just didn't go to the right. Yeah, I guess he missed the door entirely. Or didn't think you could get there, because he forgot he had booster or machine gun. Okay, so, Dragon, all he has to do is say yes. This has been a good race. I've enjoyed this.
I mean, you can't have a bad race with Cave Story.
No, I kind of want to play Cave Story again.
Alright, Dragon takes a moment to think about his answer to that question and picks the correct choice.
Looks like he's going to be getting sub 3 hour. Just barely.
Just barely under the estimate.
Get on. And he makes it. Dragon C0 finishes with an SRL time of 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 43 seconds.
Good job to everybody today. That was a pretty good race.
Yeah. Alright, so, without further ado, as we've hit this 3 hour mark in about 3, 2, 1... Boop. Okay. Oh man, that's a perfect place to stop the timer. I'm so good.
Nice.
We're gonna pick our next game. Where did I put that folder? All right.
We're off by 0.01 seconds. I'm
Ye-
ashamed.
Yeah, you do it. Stream live
BRB
attempts.
starting a
Stream live
timer for 3 million or for 3 hours.
live attempts. Every time you fail, you have to restart.
That should be the game we submit to Mystery Tournament 13. It should be W split and stop timer.
Yeah, Blasphemous, can you rig my my match against Saiho to, instead of playing anything useful, play Coin Flipping Simulator? I'm sure that's in the pool somewhere.
What's that? You wanted to play Double Dragon for the Sega Master System?
Oh yeah, that sounds great. Okay, oh boy, it's so big. I have to resize everything because I changed it so I could stream to everyone at 60 frames a second. Alright, so let's do it's so loud. Gonna turn that down a little bit actually. Alright, so what do we got on the list for next week? Battle Tanks, Klonoa Empire of Dreams, Kid Icarus, Blender Bros, or Chocobo Racing?
Wait, how do we have Klonoa on there?
We
Didn't
never got
already-
raced!
Oh boy.
I mean, and that wasn't because it was a bad
Everyone,
race.
no wait, didn't we say that we're supposed to take Battle Tanks out because you wouldn't
Chocobo
refuse
Racing.
it? Chocobo Racing, no please!
Do it. Do it. It's Mr. Nuts. It's gotta be.
It's
Battle Tanks for
Blender Bros! Blender Bros! Blender Bros! Blender Bros! Ah! So next week we're gonna have Chocobo Racing for the PlayStation.
Oh my god, I might be joining that if you
Oh
guys-
my
if somebody
god!
else is
I'm
asking
gonna go tell Boney. Maybe Boney hasn't played that somehow, or he
Yeah,
has,
I've
and he'll
played-
join me on
I've
commentary.
played that before, but that's a good game.
I haven't, so I don't know if I want to.
You
but
want to
okay.
play it? That's a fun game.
Well,
Alright.
we've got Jao on board, so.
Of course he is. He's gonna be busy trying to get record live tomorrow on GDQ. Win that race,
got
I'll
this, Val.
commentate about everything that you've done. Like Eurobeat. Alright, so that's gonna do it for us. I'm just gonna leave this dancing while we say our
Alright.
goodbyes. We've had a
We
good
should,
time. Yeah.
we should raid one of the racers who's still in the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raid Nishun.
Everyone
Okay,
go raid
yeah.
Oh
LaShawn.
wait, why am I saying you to do it? I can go
Yeah,
do
you're the only one who can. I mean, I could, but you have to
It's
accept the
7
mobile
it's
authentication.
It's Leishan 727, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna do that, and goodbye, everybody. It's been a great race.
Thanks for watching. See you next week with Chocobo Racing.